Alrighty, guys. Everybody ready to get started tonight?
I think so.
Very good. Welcome once again to Vecna Eve of Ruin. We have episode 6, chapter 6, episode 1 that we are going to tackle today. And we also have visiting us, in fact, I can flip him around briefly. Fontel's with us. So he can't see you. No.
Oh, okay.
You just got waved at by everybody, Fontel. So feel waved at. But all right, he waved back as well. He's giving us half of a head because he's a halfling. And of course, since he's mostly invisible, I think this might actually work out just fine. We'll see. Maybe next week we'll be able to have him broadcast through the hearing assist, and everybody will be able to hear him. I'm continuing to improve at where we can. So once again, welcome everybody here, everybody in New Zealand, everybody on the internet who might be watching this later. Thank you for viewing. So you guys have been overnight long resting in the Wizard's Retreat in Sigil, the sanctuary, if you will. As you get up in the morning, you don't see, you haven't seen Mordenkainen for some time. You also don't see Elestriel this morning, but Tasha is reclined by the fire with a book. It is a book on demons, as you might imagine. Hello. How was your last adventure? You found the rod piece, I heard.
Yes, we got it. We came across quite the imposing figure, but as you can see, where most of us are still here, the rest are probably still asleep, not dead.
He's quite handsome, isn't he?
Oh, Strahd?
Yes, indeed.
Well, he's not my type, but
we also saw Master.
You also saw Master. Who was that, pray tell?
My Master.
Your Master. And do I know of this person?
I don't think Lilith put together who he was, so I know who he is, but
you
I
had
don't
a
think...
picture of him.
Yeah, I can make a minor.
You make a picture of him.
Minor.
Okay. You bring up a minor illusion of Kaz.
Yeah.
And Tasha looks at it. Her eyes, kind of the. It's not purposeful that her eyes kind of briefly widen as she sees this picture. Oh, indeed. If he's around.
This is also the person that impersonated me.
Someone was impersonating you, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that. Is Elestriel mentioned that you were late?
Yeah. I was about to jump into the portal with everyone else, and then I saw a glimpse of a person and woke up later.
Very troubling. In our sanctuary, of all places, I shall have to reinforce the wards to make sure this doesn't happen again. This is... So do you know who this is? As she looks across the party.
Big red dude.
Indeed, he's a red dude. However, in this case, this is a gentleman known as Kaz. A gentleman is probably not the right term either. He is someone who was aligned with Vecna for quite some time. He is a vampire. He has his own domain in the same kind of area that you just left, similar to Barovia, but separate. And he has, since separating from Vecna, he tried to betray him and was then cast into the abyss and has spent some time there. I don't know what exactly has happened, but obviously he had some interactions with demons. And one would expect that takes someone who is already a foul and evil person and turns them into something even more unpredictable and chaotic. So you should be extremely wary of this person and make sure that you watch out for them in the future. If they've shown up once, and we are already dealing with Vecna, there is a good chance they will show up again.
So you said that this Kaz was aligned with Vecna, but isn't any longer?
Indeed. He tried to betray and kill Vecna, causing the failure of one of Vecna's attempts to become a god of secrets. Later, he did manage to succeed, but the attempt that was thwarted by Kaz caused his casting out into the abyss
So
and his imprisonment therein.
while he obviously is not an ally of ours, our interests in countering Vecna are at least aligned in that sense, correct?
I probably shouldn't eat when I'm on mic, but these are still yes, good.
You know, that was so loud.
What's that?
That was so loud in my ear.
Oh yeah, you're hearing this. I'm sorry. Apologies, Fontel. Oh really? So Zoom apparently cancels the noise so well it's blocking out my chewing.
Lilith, you wanted to take a look at Stick?
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking
So-
of sticks, Magnum has
Anyway, sorry, you're
Sorry.
to address the enemy might be my friend here. So he may have been directly opposed to Vecna at some point in the past, but that was some time ago. Who knows what his motives are today? Doubtless they don't align with Vecna's, but whether they align with yours is also quite open to question.
It's also troubling that as has the ability to so
Gilbert just piped up and said, he seems to be quite intent on following up events.
yeah, that. And also I'm actually not sure I could say convincingly, but that he's able to take others' forms.
Yes, I mean, if he was able to impersonate you, he must have. Now, he is not a spellcaster, so one would infer that he has powerful allies of some sort who are able to assist him in such endeavors.
well, Max says friends, so that's good enough for me.
Sorry?
Max says friends, so that's good enough for me.
No, he Master.
Even better.
I don't think that's how that works.
Friend,
Having heard some of these stories about Max's view of friends and play, you still really ought to have a conversation with the boy.
Nah, it's fine.
Well, we'll figure it out. We just need to teach him how to play properly. I
Okay.
think.
You want to play?
In a bit.
So back to that, I was going to say, Magnum has reclaimed his brain.
He's retuned his broom.
Yes.
Okay.
So I got the broom here.
And during that, I did hand the 4 parts to Lilith.
You what?
Handed the 4 parts of the staff over to Lilith.
Okay, the 4 parts of the staff are now in Lilith's possession.
legend.
You are going to cast legend lore on
Sure.
the staff. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's part of the description of the item, so
As you cast legend lore, the knowledge just forms in your brain. Eons ago, a war between the primordials and the gods scarred the planes of existence. A demon lord named Miska the Wolf Spider eventually pushed the primordials' enemies to the brink of annihilation. Desperate to save themselves and their allies, powerful elemental beings called the Wind Dukes of Aqua rose against Miska. Committed to the concept of law and against chaos, the Wind Dukes descended from a people called the Vati, who once ruled many worlds. 7 Wind Dukes wove their power into an artifact called the Rod of Law. The Dukes used the rod to imprison Miska in the plane of Pandemonium. As a result, the rod shattered into 7 parts that were scattered throughout the multiverse. The rod thus became the Rod of Seven Parts. The rod can't be attuned while it's broken. While holding one piece of the broken rod, however, you know the general location for the next consecutive piece, as the rod yearns to be a complete artifact. Multiple rod pieces can be assembled into one piece or disassembled again, each requiring an action, though a partially complete rod doesn't gain any other abilities. Additionally, while holding one piece of the broken rod, you can use an action to cast the spell associated with that piece, as listed on the rod pieces table. Once that piece of the rod has been used to cast a spell, it can't be used that way again until the next dawn. First piece gave you access to Commune. The second piece gave you access to Arcane Gate. The third piece gave you access to Reverse Gravity with a fixed spell DC of 18. The fourth piece gives you access to Regenerate. The fifth through seventh pieces, as you find them, I'm going to say that you don't find out what spells they grant at this stage because you don't have them, but you infer that they would also grant more additional powers, and probably of increasing power given the way things are going. You also learn with legend lore, since it's freaking legend lore, that destroying the rod, if you want to destroy it, the only way to do so is to immerse the assembled rod in lava in the abyss. It must remain in the lava for 50 years before it will be finally consumed. A piece of the rod may be temporarily destroyed in this way, but each piece reforms after 1 year until the entire rod is destroyed. So, and this is a wondrous item, an artifact, and actually it doesn't say attunement any. Oh, this is just the first piece entry. Okay, so the full Rod of Seven Parts actually says, wow, I didn't realize these are actually items in here. So have you added them to your inventory yet, Santa? They're in D&D Beyond. You can actually add them to your inventory. Oh, Gilbert has them in his inventory.
Technically, he stores them in Max's since he wasn't here last session.
True. Gilbert has been going through and actually getting his character put into D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
So, yeah, while doing that, there we go. Awesome. Thank you very much for the loan. Yep. That is a great use. The 8-inch tablets are the right size for D&D Beyond. They're awesome. All right, folks. So, Xana, as you are holding the rod and checking it out, one of the things that you additionally feel is a vision of a purple sky and of 3 moons. 1 red, 1 white, and 1 black. And the black moon is more an absence of stars as it passes through the sky than a visible orb itself. And the word Kryn comes to mind as well.
Yeah.
Do you share this with the party?
Yeah.
And Tasha?
I already know.
Yeah, it was mentioned last week.
Okay, we mentioned this last week. Okay.
Which we also did learn it was Dragonlance, I believe.
Yes, above the table, this is the world of Dragonlance.
That the Silverhand told us that.
Yes, Celestial. Well, she gave you some hints of that.
Yeah.
But yes, the Dragonlance word is that's through the fourth wall. That doesn't exist in the world. Although the legends of the Dragonlance do.
Yeah.
Now, before you guys leave, you do have an entire library at your disposal if you wish to do any further research.
Yes, I'm going to do as much research as I can on the world of
Investigation check.
Hey,
Gilbert, are you looking at the books too? Give me another investigation check. Yep.
While they're doing that, for the people that can't read, can you tell us about the demon lord that she told us about?
Magrum, are you searching the bookshelves by any chance?
Well, I was tempted to see Pick's spine of my golden book that I have, that we got from the shelf.
Yeah, the fourth piece of the rod is... Yeah, the fourth piece was in the chest of the victim of the sacrifice, and Max swiped it. Sorry, Magram.
I was going to see if she could fix my golden book, the spine of the golden book that we pulled out of the.
Oh, you're so charming, young man. And she passes her hand over, and in less than a minute, the spine has been reformed with its original gilding of the golden book pattern. And she points over and says, "You might find others over there." And give me an investigation check, Magram.
Is anyone helping me, assisting me with my investigation?
Go ahead and take it with advantage. Because Gilbert's actually also researching.
It's an 8.
An 8.
Does he find his way to the?
There are 24 golden books on Pooh.
All on Pooh.
All on Pooh. You only find 3.
All of them the same one.
No, it's 3 different stories, but yeah. So you are fully occupied and completely distracted, and don't think about Kryn anymore until it's time to
He's just down on
leave.
the ground and he's just flipping.
33. I think that.
What'd you get?
think a 33 will.
A 26 and a 33. So yes, between the two of you, you find a couple of huge tomes that have tons of stories around Kryn and the Dragonlance saga and the history of this world. You will learn quite a bit. Let me read a couple of things about it that you learn. I'll also give you guys bonuses as we're working through various stuff on tactical information that those scores would reveal. You do learn that dragons have a strong presence on Kryn. Chromatic dragons swear allegiance to the expansionistic dragon armies of Queen Takisis, who you also learn is a very large dragon with 5 heads of 5 different colors. Reminds you of a certain other dragon deity that you already know of.
Bahamut.
Not that one. Not Bahamut. There are also other unique and unusual dragons that are seen on Kryn, such as sapphire dragons and lunar dragons that pursue their own hidden agendas in the world of Kryn. There's also an event that happens across Kryn centuries ago called the Cataclysm, where a piece of one of the moons was dropped on the planet by the gods to stop something they didn't like. It was bad. There was a long period of reconstruction and misery, and there still are the remains of a dark age where various warlords and entities are vying for power. Some of the infamous warlords that are currently fighting for power on Kryn include the Elf Mage Fail Chaos and the Death Knight Lord Soth, who have both taken up arms in their bids for greater power.
Okay.
And this takes about 2 hours of research because you guys rolled so high. It's not very long to do this. Yeah.
I know what I want. My rare item to be. It's in the DMG. I'm taking it. You said I could.
Unfortunately, Adventurers League rules don't allow me to give you a dragon slaying antimatter rifle.
Guns are not allowed.
I would otherwise, but no. Unfortunately,
I probably will be taking a Dragon Slayer, but
if you want to get a dragon slaying weapon, that is perfectly fine.
I'm being railroaded.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Apparently, even in Sigil, the powers of the infamous Adventurers League fingers creep in and limit your choices. You pick up the antimatter rifle, you look at it, you're tempted, and then you realize it's only a mock-up. It's not actually real. Somebody has snuck in and replaced it with the fake.
So I did want to ask either Tasha or Illustrial, where's the third wizard that you guys had? The guy.
Mordenkainen said that he was going off to investigate some leads around the around where Vecna may be holed up, or what other advanced knowledge he may have. We have not seen him in several days now, actually.
We definitely try to check in with him then. But if he is,
You try to check in with who?
I would say to Tasha.
Oh, to Tasha?
Yeah. I think if he are checking in, because if he's looking into these with that gun, you haven't heard from him in days. That doesn't go well.
He usually can take care of himself, but you make a good point. I'll attempt to scry on him later when I do some when I have an outing of my own and can get outside of Sigil.
Make sure it's not between 2:30 and 3. That's when he takes a bath.
Oh, good to know. You have deeply intimate knowledge of Mordenkainen for some reason.
I tried using the bathroom at the same time. It kind of got awkward.
She doesn't suspect anything further. All
Trying to
right.
steal.
What's that?
What are you trying to steal?
We saw he rolled a sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. You told me in the chat. Let me get the chat up.
Okay.
Come on, chat.
I have strong.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me.
I have a
Fontal.
strong hold on my broom.
What'd you?
Well, if it's useless to him, yeah, he's not into it.
Still.
So is that which is the new stick? Oh, the piece. Okay. So, Max, if you check your bag, you have what appears to be the stick that you took out of the woman's chest.
Mm-mm.
You also have the real one.
Yeah, and they were all connected together.
Okay. Well, so Fontel also apparently with his 25 sleight of hand was mucking about, and he has managed to make copies of the pieces of the rod that he is now carrying around as well. So, to whatever hijinks those may become relevant later. I love the fact that you guys saw his roll before me too. That's fun.
And then I did ask Tasha about Mishka.
You're going to ask about Mishka?
I did say, well, they were researching.
Okay.
For the people that can't read, would you tell us more about the demon that she said?
Ooh. I have to go to an appendix for that, I believe. It's a good thing you ask me, because I am, after all, one of the foremost authorities on demons. Mishka the Wolf Spider is a legendary demon lord and master of strategy. And it's scrolling randomly. Hold on. Master of battlefield strategy. He has the lower body of a massive armored spider, 4 arms, and 2 enormous wolf heads that drip poison. And then also a humanoid torso and a head, just to make it even more creepy.
Does he have eyes?
Oh,
many.
lots of them.
Oh, that's good.
Indeed. He has more eyes
Sounds
than many
trustworthy.
beasts. His Max is out at rare. So, and unfortunately, it never says it changes, so we don't have another bookshelf that comes into play later, unfortunately. Let's see. Yet Mishka's greatest strength is his cunning mind. Ages of Ages ago, Mishka led the hordes of chaos against the forces of law at the behest of his patron, the enigmatic Queen of Chaos. It seemed that Mishka's domination could not be stopped, which is when Mishka's opponents crafted the artifact to bind him in an extraplanar prison, the Rod of 7 Pots that you're attempting to gather now. This rod, in addition to being the force that imprisoned Mishka, also is something that could potentially be used to free Mishka. So that is something that may be relevant in this case. I'm not sure. But if someone else is attempting to get the Rod of Seven Parts, then that could be their goal. This Kaz fellow you were telling me about, perhaps. And she goes on a little bit more, tells you a couple of stories about Mishka, but those were the big bits. All right, cool. That's good preparation, guys. So, are you prepared now to go through the portal and find the next piece of the rod?
Where do you think we're going?
Well, to Kryn, of course.
To where?
To Kryn.
And
I think
As
it's
we-
adjacent to the 100-acre woods.
here.
What was that?
Adjacent to the 100-acre woods.
Did we talk to her about like how we got stuck in the rooms? I don't think.
You haven't told her yet?
Okay, I would like to describe what we experienced
Oh,
and ask if that happens again. What should we do?
well, that was probably a fairly unique situation where you were going back and forth between the rooms. And that's because you were in Strahd's domain. And he has extraordinary powers in his own domain. One should always be careful when you are in the home of a powerful being, that they may have more additional powers than they would normally. In this case, he had the ability to warp space, time, and reality to his whim in order to find out more about you, to satisfy his curiosity, and perhaps entertain himself as well.
Like your house, Tasha.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I've cautioned you before, no spoilers.
So, who's the dominant being and where we're going? The dragons?
There are dragons. There's the Lord Soth that I mentioned earlier,
yes.
who's a Death Knight to be very cautious of. In fact, based on the vision that was described to me of the place you will be visiting, it does sound like you may be in Lord Soth's domain. So be very cautious.
Should I bring a
betrayal
sharpened
and
stick?
crime-
Is he
The betrayal, the betrayal and crimes that he committed regarding his wife and his mistress were horrible. And he is a corrupting influence that will cause everything around him to decay and rot, and is known for raising armies of undead to fight for him.
So sharpened sticks again? Is that a friend? Or
Not in the same way as it was with Strahd. However, one would expect that you will probably face undead that are protecting anything of his domain that you may face.
Lilith, can you do stuff with undead?
Depends. What are you thinking?
I'm sad. Are you prepared to? I mean, I can hit stuff, but you do magic stuff.
I think that is more the domain of Willie, but he's also overslept.
Where is Willie today? I don't see him. Have you checked his room?
That'd be a little rude, wouldn't it?
You
So
are
he's-
staying in the same room.
Well, okay.
Okay. Gilbert, you hear the pitter-patter of little halfling feet as Gilbert very loudly goes up the stairs, which is why you can barely hear him. And he checks where Willie was sleeping. Doesn't find him there. So yeah, he's just missing today. We'll have to ask him when he reappears where he was. So just so you know, Michael, Willie's player isn't here today. So
He was kidnapped by Kaz.
alrighty, guys. So you're gonna step through the portal into Kryn?
So they said that we're more likely to fight undead than dragons.
What's that?
We're more likely to be facing undead than dragons. What you said?
Oh, well, let's. You say that to her?
Yes.
Oh, I would say that undead is certain. Dragons are a possibility, however.
Okay.
One never knows in Crit what enemies one might find.
All right. In that case, I will be swapping out my Wand of Secrets for a Dragon Slayer Battle Axe,
Dragon Slayer Battle Axe, okay?
which does not require attunement.
Nope.
I believe that's
Alright.
two-handed though.
Throw style. Battle Axe. I checked. I would have taken
Okay.
a lance or a spear or something, because it is a little bit more fitting. But
So what's the mastery on Battle Axe? Topple? Okay,
that's why I wanted to take it.
got it. Just wanted to be prepared. Okay. Anybody else swapping out their item on the shelf? And Gilbert says no.
I'm taking the Iron Stone of Awareness.
Iron Stone of Awareness, okay. Gilbert is still going to be invisible the entire campaign. Figures.
What do you have from the?
And unbeknownst to any of you, just above the table, I'm letting you know that Gilbert is looking around at you all through the gem of seeing to ascertain if everybody is who they say they are. And Gilbert, you see everybody who seems to be who they actually are. Yes, people in the room with you. Yep. Well, only Tasha's in the room with you, but yes. So it's the 5 of you and Tasha, but everybody is who they appear to be. Alrighty. So with that, you guys journey through the portal to Kryn. Anything else?
I kind of want to swap it out for a longbow instead of a battle axe because
Your choice.
things being prone doesn't matter. It matters.
If you hit a flying creature with a topple,
Well, it doesn't matter for you because you can change it.
Well, sure, but it's gonna be a longbow. I think a longbow's cool.
longbow. Okay,
Dragon Slayer long.
Dragon Slayer longbow. So be it.
You can almost
Every time Sal goes by the bookshelf, he keeps swapping out for a different item. Like he just can't quite make up his mind.
He is a master at arms. Also, I know in the book it says that it takes the utilize action to don and doff a shield. Are you really going to hold me to it that if I have my sword and my shield out and I see a dragon, I have to spend an action to drop the shield and then next turn can I just like let them off onto the ground and then start shooting?
If you're just gonna drop the shield like onto the ground, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
I'll say you're ready for that contingency. But it's literally like throwing down arms and then doing the longbow.
Yes. Yeah. It's going to be there. I'm going to have to go and pick it back up and
you're gonna have to interact with 2 objects in order to pick them back up. And
yeah. Or
who knows who might pick them up in the meantime?
it's going to be Gil.
Yeah. Well, there's that.
Magnus,
Gilbert, he said it's
can
going to be
almost hit
Gilbert. I don't know
stuff
if you
far
heard
as
it.
way as I can.
What?
You can almost hit stuff as far away as I can.
With my longbow?
Yeah.
It might have a
I'm
bit
sick
longer.
of being the one that hits everything far away.
What's that?
I'm sick of being the only guy that can hit stuff far away.
There you go. All right. So now both of
Forgetting
you can
about the
hit something
casters.
far away.
Well, it hits things from around corners all the time.
Our book hits stuff. It's right there.
Very good, guys. Alrighty, so the rising sun limns the rolling hills around you, and the purple sky hang 3 moons: a red moon, a white moon, and a black moon, discernible only because of the stars it blots out. Behind you stands a tall fruit tree in early bloom, its bright orange buds still flowering. The doorway through which you've just emerged is a deep, dark furrow in the tree's bark. The 4th piece of the rod of 7 parts, Lilith, points you towards another tree on a nearby hill. This is a massive tree, hundreds of feet tall, with ashen bark and leafless branches that suggest it's dying. Do you head towards the big tree?
How far away is it?
200 feet.
Well, hey, we got a spell now that could just take us right there if we wanted. Arcane. No, let's just.
Use that.
No. I just not funny.
I'm actually gonna start playing in the dirt.
What's that?
Max is gonna start playing in the dirt, aka casting a ritual.
You cast a ritual.
Oh yeah, in nature.
Yep.
Oh, you're communing with nature.
Mhm.
So what do you find out, and what's your range?
300 feet is the range.
Okay, the tree is within 300 feet. We'll say. And what do you find out? What are you asking?
Location of one challenge rating 10 or higher. That is a celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
None of those.
And then most
Within
prevalent
300
kind
feet.
of beasts and locations of bodies of water.
What was the beast one?
Most prevalent kind of beasts
Spider. Giant spider.
and location of bodies of water.
No significant bodies of water within 300 feet.
So
There's no scary things nearby.
okay, thanks. Max. Sorry, morning, correct?
It is either morning or evening.
Okay.
I will give you that. It is either morning or
Gee, I wonder what those were.
so yeah, you don't know which way is west necessarily. So
It's that way. Pointing straight down.
fantastic. All right. Just a sec, I'm getting something ready over here.
Oh, west is that way.
Wait, is there a compass, Rose?
Yes, there
Oh,
is.
frack.
I was in front when I was going.
I still didn't tell you which direction the sun was. So anyway,
I will take this time to remind everyone I can fly up again, guys. Need me to go up the tree.
so as you guys approach this very, very large tree, again, hundreds of feet tall, there are a series of roots and low branches that you could climb on the outside of the tree that go up in plateaus effectively. Those are the plus
There's,
hidden underneath the
Max
tokens
right there.
here. Go ahead and close the token browser.
I assume this tiny map.
Sorry.
Did you add the players already?
No,
No, okay.
that's what I was doing.
'Cause I see some that are in the fog you couldn't see. There's a whole bunch of Gilberts. That's funny.
Max is right here.
Yeah, you were adding them where you couldn't see them.
Nagrom.
I didn't add anybody. There's
Okay. Gilbert was adding them.
Lois.
We'll add you guys when it's relevant. But
Oh.
in the meantime, Gilbert, which way are you going? And rest of the party, which way are you going? Oh, by the way, there is also a large hollow in the tree that you can't. You haven't seen into the tree yet. No, not that. Right. Let me get my pointer up. Right here. There's an entrance
Oh,
into the tree.
This is the tree,
This is the tree, yes.
not the continent. Okay.
And then the plateaus are over on that side.
okay. So
And Gilbert, you are approaching the tree with the rest of the party, I assume, or near the rest of the party, but you can branch off. Of course, you're ahead a little bit, yes. So, Gilbert, are you going into the middle of the tree, or are you going up the plateaus?
hey, there's. Well, we don't have the axe yet.
I know. Those are the two creatures I had on the map so far that I saw. Okay. Do you still? Your animals are gone, right? Your
Yes.
axe peak is gone.
Those are the dawn.
The dawn. Okay. So Gilbert's going to start going up the plateau. I'll put you part way up. And let's see. Maybe a little fog goes away.
Or I should say they're gone for now.
We're gonna throw one out.
Not yet.
That didn't
Does
work
it say
right.
that they can only dawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ignore that. You didn't see those.
Oh, look, spiders.
You didn't see those. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for humoring me. So you haven't seen anything yet. And the rest of you are going into the tree?
So it's basically just like an archway, like a cave entrance sort of thing.
Yeah, it's one of those really creepy tree mouth things.
It's a Deku tree.
Why
I
isn't
hop
it
on the
moving?
broom
There we go.
And I
You're flying.
yeah, I'll fly ahead a little bit. You guys are okay with it?
Hey, are you going in the tree or are you
well-
going up the terraces? Which direction are you
The
going?
entrance to the tree is like just right there in front of us.
Yeah. And it goes into the tree, not to the tree.
Into the tree.
Like
it's a hollow tree.
Feet, so I'll go up and just kind of get a straight up from where we are and just kind of get a glance at things.
Oh, that's big.
Oh, it's very big.
I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah.
So you go up 50 feet, you fly around.
can wait
I'll say
outside.
between you and Gilbert, you see that you see one spider that's hanging out over here.
Giant spider.
Yeah, giant spider that's hanging out over here. As you fly around.
Hey,
Gilbert, you get a
pretty
little
eyes.
further up and you're able to see this as well.
Still spider.
Yeah, he has 8 eyes.
And Magram will come back down, kind of stroke his beard. Well, spiders.
Okay. Gotcha.
We just learned that they're part wolf.
You got like 2 or 3 minutes on that
That's
left
right.
from after coming to the tree. Let's see.
He's gonna be
So-
howling this match.
using the wrong button. Sorry, guys. And so Gilbert's able to see in here more.
We just want to fly to the top of the tree.
I'm gonna go 50. Yeah.
If you wanted to climb to the top of the tree, you could.
I mean, are we trying to get to the top or?
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know what we're doing. We're looking for another rod piece, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, the directional ability of the rod to point to where it's supposed to go is kind of vague. It's pointing at the whole tree in general.
Okay. I was actually going to ask if I could use it to like kind of.
Yeah, you kind of dowsing rod it back and forth, and it's like
It's just a
it
strong power.
beeps as long as you're like pointing at the tree. And if you point up the tree, it still beeps. If you point down at the base of the tree, it still beeps, kind
Like
of thing.
put a metal detector against the car.
Yeah, exactly.
It's metal.
It's metal, the whole thing.
Now I will cast locate object.
There are some spider webs around. Not tons, but some. So you cast locate object, Lilith. Okay, which has a range of 1,000 feet, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking for the rod piece.
The
It's not within 1,000 feet.
how
A few hundred feet, but it's not over 1,000 feet tall.
Where should I go?
not sure the rod piece isn't here, but
Do we go to the top of the tree to get better view?
if I walk around the tree, does the rod keep pointing at the tree?
If you walk side to, I'll just let you walk side to side a little bit, so you don't take 10 minutes to walk around the tree.
Yeah.
It continues to just point at the whole tree. Give me an Arcana check.
That's a natural 19
For a total of
for a
Is that gonna be like 34 because you have plus 15?
yeah.
something
30
like that.
It's a 30.
34. Okay, 34 Arcana check. This tree is unnaturally large. Something helped it gain its size. However, it now appears to be dying, leading you to believe that the power of the rod, or the rod piece, probably helped it achieve its massive size. But the fact that your locate object doesn't work and the fact that it's dying indicates that the rod piece may not be here anymore. However, being a very smart person, there might be some clues as to what happened. Okay, Gilbert's going in the door.
Really?
Well, yeah, you don't know any of this, Gilbert. That's just, that's her Arcana check. All right, so Gilbert's gonna go sneaky, invisible over here. You're gonna reveal, and again, this is only Gilbert seeing this. Remember, guys. Yeah, if you go to do the roll, when you hit on the +6 or whatever, you should be able to hit like long click on it or something to do advantage. So was that 30 and 19? So we'll get down to 30. Yep. Okay. So as you come over here, you do see a couple more spiders hanging out. This is a ledge that goes down into the rest of the tree after you go out onto that ledgeway.
So, Rich, are those ledges tree branches? Did I see them?
Yeah, they're like big tree roots.
Okay.
What's that, Michael? There's no more up. I mean, you could climb up the outside of the tree, but it doesn't look like it's that interesting.
So I'll come back down and tell everyone about the spider that I saw,
okay.
and say there's some platforms I can take us to slowly. Do we want to go up, or do we want to go in?
Yep. I think we just go inside. I don't feel like flying right now.
Okay. Well, make sure you look up. Like I said, put on this.
So again, only Gilbert has seen the full inside of this tree so far. He's ahead of you guys. This is actually kind of funny having him be ahead of you and you not being able to actually hear what he's doing. It's very Gilbert.
Do you want to use the Sirenscape? The music thing?
There are no cobwebs down in the main part. What was that, Sal?
Did you want to use the Sirenscape, the player?
The Sirenscape's not going to be used. No.
Okay.
I'm also going to just pull out, since we're in a tree, I'm just going to have that woodcutter's axe handy in my hand instead of my halberd. I feel like I might need to chop some wood.
What was that, Magram?
I'm going to have the woodcutter's axe handy versus the halberd right now.
Okay.
In case I need to chop some wood.
So you guys you're still hanging out outside the mouth of this tree?
I think we're going in.
Yeah.
You guys are going in?
Look in.
All right.
Adram, you seem taller today. Something different.
So, Fontel, you're finding stick and desiccated large insects and other completely uninteresting stuff. No adventurers wrapped up in spider webs, unfortunately. No legendary items suspended in cobwebs. So as you guys enter the tree and you are visible, you're jumping down, Gilbert, to join them? Okay. And do you have some way not to take damage from 60 feet of falling?
Tell me to catch you.
Okay, so you're going to use a ring of feather falling to just float down lightly. You don't know he's there. He's invisible.
Oh, I said he could tell me.
He could.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Towards the bit at the back.
Also. Or maybe
All
he
right.
just lands in the
Seems fair. So that is a large boulder, and you do notice that there is a hole next to the boulder that goes down, and it looks like it goes down quite deeply. But from there, that's what you're going to see. Now, as the rest of the party comes in, all of you hear what sounds like the groaning of wood, and all of the spiders up here quickly swarm towards the edge of the ledge. And in some cases, that one's about 20 feet down. This one's about 5 feet down. This one's about 30 feet down. They start climbing down this ledge towards you rapidly. I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Sure. I am the great queen spider.
19 for Gilbert. 17, okay. Lilith? Oh,
Yeah, that's 13.
13 for Lilith. Magram?
15.
15. Okay. Matt?
24.
Whee! 24 for Max. Salvatore.
12.
12. All right.
I feel better than you.
I read a 6. How many plus 6?
All right, guys. So, to lead us off, Max, these spiders are crawling towards you menacingly,
So,
chittering their little mandibles together.
so I was going to have to do this before they came and started climbing down the wall. I was going to activate my rage and try and intimidate them.
That would be this turn.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that now.
All
then.
right. So bonus action rage, and
With
then you're going to
full
try to
max attack.
intimidate the spiders. How are you intimidating the spiders?
Start barking at them.
You're going to bark at them. Awesome. So the little blonde-haired boy with really cute features starts barking at the spiders. Give me an intimidation check.
And that's with strength because I'm raging.
Is with strength because you're raging. Yes.
And
Barking with his chest.
is that advantage or regular? I forget. It's advantage for strength checks, right?
You have advantage on strength tests. Yes. So that would count.
So that would be a plus 12.
Okay. Plus 12.
24.
24. Okay. And I'm going to give you. We're going to give you an aura from this, and say there 2 of the spiders are in it. They both fail. They're still chittering, but not nearly as threateningly. And they look like they might be afraid of you. And mechanically, they're afraid of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? That was bonus action. Any movement?
Nope.
All right. Gilbert, you're next. With your mouth full.
Yeah.
All right. You're still floating down. That's fair. Okay. So next turn you'll be able to move and hopefully not be chewing. Awesome. Awesome. Magnum.
Oh, man. Doesn't matter anymore. I was going to say, do you want to use your alert?
Are any of the
Gilbert.
spiders hanging from threads?
No, they're just climbing on the wall. None of them are spinneretting their way down.
Are they still on the ledge or they're coming down?
They're coming down. They're all the one that's the least far down is this one. It's kind of in the middle, right on that peninsula. Yeah, it's about 5 feet down. The next one's about 20 feet down. This one's about 10 feet down. That one's about 30 feet down. It is a 2D map, so vertical doesn't it doesn't do well.
I do.
I think I just realized why Magnum's taking his broom again.
I didn't know.
Because the broom of flying is awesome.
Well, you can fly,
Oh yeah, but I didn't know.
and you have a 20-foot range.
Yeah. So he is going to fly over to the nearest giant spider.
Okay.
He is not yet raging on purpose. And he will just make an attack.
How close to the spider are you getting? Like regular melee range, or just branches of the
I
tree
know I
range?
said I had my axe out, but I will kind of keep my distance with my halberd to make the attack. So 20 feet.
So like 20 feet away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always have that, even when you're not reaching.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow. So, okay. And halberd attack? Go ahead and roll attack.
And he gets topple on that as well.
Yes.
20 feet
Which
away
would be bad for a creature on a wall.
Only 11.
11 misses.
Yeah. Okay.
Second attack?
Try it again.
Graves.
You're right.
That's
what?
just 3 rays.
6.
Oh,
or
graves.
3. Since I'm not raging.
Got it. Excuse me.
17 this time.
That hits. And is topple automatic?
Constitution saving throw.
Strength, I thought.
Strength, I thought. Yeah.
I just looked at it because of the battle ice. I'm pretty sure it said Constitution.
Constitution, yep.
Only 8 points of damage.
Okay. However, with a natural 5 on the die, it doesn't matter whether it's strength or constitution. So the spider falls 50 feet to the ground.
Nice.
Too many D6. Oh, hey, I got 5 D6s out, literally. And Siri is trying to do something automatically on my iPad. Stop. Okay, there we go. 6, 8, 11, 15 points of additional damage. That spider goes splat on the ground and dies.
Oh. Okay.
Lift what R did, and then I'll fly back near the team. I should have enough. 50 total.
Did you want to use
Easy
your
enough.
butt strike?
No.
Next up, the spiders go. This one is able just to get to the bottom.
Frightened, though?
Oh, yeah, it can't
Can't move closer towards
move
the source.
closer to you, so it's actually going to back up onto the ledge instead. And
What's it?
it's actually
Intimidated
got
Oh, that's
for people on the ground now. This one has total cover. The other one that was frightened of you is dead, so I don't have to worry about that again. This one is able to move a little bit, but is about there when he runs out. This one has a fair bit of movement still, and is going to come to about there before he runs out. And then yeah, they're just gonna sit there cheering at you threateningly. The next thing that happens is part of the tree detaches itself from the wall.
Agram, stop doing this.
As apparently there is a treant in this tree, looking equally decayed and sickly, but very angry. Intruders! You will not meddle with my home the way the last set did. And it is going to, let's see, what's it got? It is going to use its hail of bark, which against, I'm going to say Magrum because you just murdered one of the spiders. So, a straight roll. 22 to hit Magrum?
Whoa, sorry. That was an attack roll?
Yes.
Protection.
22 to hit Magrum?
Protection.
Oh, disadvantage?
Yes.
Gotta remind me.
I was waiting for you to say whether it
Got
was
it.
an attack or a saving throw.
No, it was an attack, yeah.
Okay.
19.
Still hit.
Still
way
hits.
over there?
What's that?
He's way over there and he's
Yeah, range 180 feet.
He's shooting bark.
He's shooting bark at you.
You're getting splinters in your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Little
Agram
bits
was
of tree
complaining
are,
about not being
slamming
ranged
into you.
people.
and that is 28 points of piercing damage. He's going to do it again. This time I'll let him have it randomly. Where's my D4? And that's Magrum again.
That's good. We still got protection.
And he still has protection, so disadvantage. 17 to hit.
Yeah,
All right, another 28 points of damage.
great.
Should have.
And
Oh, I got something for you. Piece of shit.
he seems really angry that you guys are here. Like, more angry than just your pure presence might lead him to feel. All right, Lilith, your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I still
Gilbert, passive insight of 20. It seems like he's defending his home, and he seems like for some reason he's put out that there are more people coming into his home. He did mention something that gives you that impression that somebody else has been here and left a sour taste in his mouth.
Just quick call out above the table. Don't forget if you have inspiration.
Or if you're a human, you have fresh inspiration. Yes.
I do not.
Okay. Lilith.
What? The two spiders, are they like on the ground? Okay. They're not like floating.
Nope.
They're just right there in front of us.
Yep. They came down off the wall. They're skittering towards you guys.
And about how far away from us is the tree?
He's up on the ledge, isn't he?
Yes, he's up on the ledge. So he's 60 feet up plus whatever horizontal.
You click right here. There's the ruler that you.
Yeah, there is a ruler.
Okay, so from Lilith to that guy. So
Very far.
Hey, well, don't just add them together. Yeah. Well, what's the distance?
40. It's at 45.
45. So yeah, it's 80 feet.
Yeah, it'd be about it.
Not going to do full trigonometry.
Yeah.
And then another hero, Pythagoras, comes in.
So good to
Kill him quick. I don't want to square any A, B's, or C's.
Every entity in D&D is automatically a math wizard.
What's that?
Every D&D character, an entity, automatically just knows distances.
This does seem to be the way. All right. What you got, Lilith?
going to first bonus action. Vamp out my book.
Okay. Bonus action, vamp out your
Just
book.
to have my book out.
Okay.
Where at?
About here-ish. It's kind of floating
Okay.
in the middle of these. And I'm going to in is a 30-foot cube hypnotic pattern right here over the tree and
Right in front of the tree.
kind of like right around
To hit the spider in.
Spider and the tree. Okay. Second, I'm trying to. There we go.
Yep.
Close enough. Okay, so 30-foot cube. Yeah, you can hit both of them easily enough. So what's
Yeah.
the save?
it is a wisdom save. My DC is
Oh,
23.
and let me re-roll the spider. See if he's still afraid. Still afraid. The spider doesn't pay any attention to your hypnotic pattern whatsoever with a critical success. The
Busy being
treant, on
afraid.
the other hand, what's the DC?
3.
You've never seen branches kind of hypnotically sway like this on such an ugly, decaying tree.
You think something with 8 eyes would be easily hypnotized?
I know, but yeah, the spider critted.
Yeah. So he now has the charmed condition.
Oh,
He is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. If it takes any damage, it the spell ends. So I'm gonna say, guys, leave the tree alone
Just for
for
flavor,
right now.
he's now going, whoa, man.
Like you making third you are too, man.
Yeah, you've just administered LSD and made a hippie tree. All right. So with that, okay, that is Lilith's turn. Sal, your turn.
all right. I'm gonna walk up and start stabbing some spiders with my flame tongue.
Okay.
I don't have advantage. Sad day. Sad day. 29.
Hits.
Yes. You know what? Why not? I will menacing strike it.
Okay.
Yeah, too late now.
21 points of damage.
And it is afraid of you.
Okay.
You've never seen terror come across 8 eyes that close to you before, but it's happened. And it looks extremely wounded, by the way.
I rolled another 29. I assume it dies.
It will die.
Okay.
It had 5 hit points left.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna stab that one.
Okay.
Hey, a crit, nice.
All right, roll critical damage.
So that's 33.
Points of damage.
Yes.
Sal the spider killer hard at work. That one's dead too.
Oh, and here I was gonna take the opportunity to attack disadvantage because I'm speedy to walk back.
Okay, you walk back to the rest of the group. Gilbert, you're watching like, yep, that just happened. Just killed 2 of the spiders with 3 strokes of his sword. All right, Max's turn.
For the jump,
What's that?
in order to jump, how high would I be able to?
Well, you can jump. You can't jump 60 feet vertically. I don't know how far you'd be able to go. If you want to go up, what's your movement speed?
40.
I would say you could just. Oh wait, no, you have to move over to it. You can get like halfway up the cliff this turn.
Because I also have a climbing speed.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, so it's not difficult terrain for you.
Correct.
Right. So yeah, halfway I'd say is the best you can do.
So then in that case, I will dash to get up
Okay, so you're gonna dash up.
and try and get basically in between the tree ant and the spider.
Okay. Sal, can you update his location for the map?
Oh yes,
Thanks.
yes.
So
Jump.
you're next to the tree and the spider. The spider still looks terrified of you.
Mm-hmm.
The tree ant looks whacked out of his gourd. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's it. So, are you going to say anything to him or anything?
Still
No.
barking at the
Still barking?
spider.
Okay. All right, Gilbert, your turn. Gilbert just mentioned it's a giant stick.
Climbing up like Kratos God of War, like slamming his hands into the walls,
Basically,
barking at the thing.
barking the whole way. Yeah.
Holy,
I get the right. Tell her.
What's that, Gilbert? Oh, they've got a handle on it. You're just gonna. Gilbert's sitting back and watching. You look down the hole. It is 50 feet down, and then there appears to be a chamber of some sort down there that is dimly lit by what looks like torchlight.
Might be.
would I be able to do a just free look around, see if there's anything caught in a web? Like
Hold on just a sec. Okay. Not you, Gilbert. So you're gonna secure a rope with some spike and piton and okay, got it. You have rope down the hole. Okay. The roof of the room. Gotcha. All right. What was that, Max?
I was going to ask if there were any like bundled up webs that look like anything.
Not really. I mean, there's some oversized insects that have been wrapped in, but they've already been eaten. They're just empty husks.
But it still looks like a bundle.
No sticks though.
Oh no,
Okay.
they got Gilbert.
Awesome. All right. Very good. All right. So that brings us to Magrum.
Checking something in one second. I will. You have to let me know if you allow this.
Yep.
I will ask Lilith, since she's the smallest thing around. Do you want to ride
To the tree.
as far as we can go?
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
All right. So
Does
hop
that
on the,
put you over 250 pounds?
yeah. So I'm down to 30 feet.
Okay. Yep, you can move 30 feet with
Yeah.
Lilith. Yep, that's fair.
So I think that'll take me.
You still dash.
I can get up on the edge, I believe.
Are you dashing?
Right at the corner. I don't think I. Well, I think I can get up here.
That's 60 feet up.
It is 60 feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so I'll dash to get.
okay,
up
then
there.
I'd say you'd be able to get there with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. I've never. I don't think I've run into this before. If I dash, I don't get like the second action of my attack, right?
No,
No.
no. Yeah, it uses your
You have
your
X amount
whole
of attacks
action.
on your attack act.
Yeah.
Is how it's.
But I will.
Up here you see a terrified spider and a doped up tree.
And Max pointing at a bundle that is just an ant or something.
Yeah, and he's pointing at something in the web that's small.
Gotcha. I will bonus action rage though, and you'll get.
Oh right, I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
I should do that.
Oh, that's nice. 16.
I would say, so to retcon, as you guys are preparing for battle, or preparing and traveling and everything, you would have done your spamming of temp HP and everybody would have the 15. Is it still 15?
It's yeah. Well, we didn't level up, so. Well, I didn't level up. So
Oh, okay, yeah, you're already 15?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Life speed 16.
Yeah. I'll take the 16.
Be aware that it goes away once he's done raging.
Yeah. And at which point she just gets.
We'll just need to reapply it, yeah.
All right, so that brings us to...
Oh yeah, can you let Gilbert know that he has it, just in case he didn't?
As what? Oh, Gilbert, so you have the 15 temp HP as well.
If he was around long enough to hear me.
I assume you did it while I was casting the ritual.
Oh
He's got
yeah.
Giant Spider is afraid of Max. It can attack you with disadvantage, right? If it
I
wants
believe
to.
so.
It can't get closer to him, but because he's already in engagement range, yes, it can attack.
And I didn't do reckless, so it is just straight disadvantage.
What's your DC for? Oh, what would your DC be? What's your strength modifier?
7.
Wow.
22. No.
20.
No
My
proficiency.
topple DC is
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, 20. Sorry.
Topple DC is 20. That's a good one to use. So no, it doesn't save. So I'm going to say because he's afraid, and so that you notice the spider looking over at the tree, kind of confused, afraid, just stuck. He doesn't attack. He doesn't do anything. Does the tree get a save on its turn, Lilith?
No, he does not.
Oh wow.
I'd forgotten how busted hypnotic pattern was.
It
Apparently,
is just as long as no one damages it or takes an action to take it out of its.
okay, this is going differently than the last set of folks, man.
As there's a random person in front of him barking at a spider.
You're a weird dude. All right, Lilith.
Okay, I'm going to. Thanks for the list. I'm gonna go over to approach the tree. Making sure that Max is still between me and the spider.
Okay.
That's what I was supposed to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to the tree and because while he's charmed, I have advantage on communicating socially.
Okay.
On social
Which is helpful for you.
Yes.
So what are you going to try? What are you going to say to the tree? Oh, apparently he can't speak. He's incapacitated.
Well, you can't take any action.
Is he
but-
incapacitated? Is that the state?
He is in.
So he can't speak, by the way. But anyway, he can listen.
He can.
Oh yes. Me too.
I thought it was speak haltingly, but yeah, it's not.
Incapacitated.
So are you persuading the tree? Are you intimidating the tree? Are you deceiving the tree? What's the angle?
I'm going to the tree. I'm very sorry. We did not know this was your home. We just came here to get an item. We don't want for damage from in any way. In fact, I think we might be able to help.
Okay. With that, roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Blink twice if you understand.
-1. Okay, that's great. 11.
Let me check and see what his scores are. That's not terribly persuasive, but
Wish I
there's some mitigating factors here. Let's see. I'm going to say he's wise enough to see. We'll insight check you. Can you not hear me anymore, Gilbert? Can you hear me on the monitor?
That means to him.
Everything seems to be working on my end, Gilbert.
Let me just check. See.
Let's see. Just check. Speak and pause. Do you hear a reply? Oh, it's not.
I have advantage on
I had a battery die. Hold on.
social interaction.
I do have inspiration over the last one.
You have it?
What?
Inspirational?
Hero?
Okay. So,
So it's just me.
well, so something I realized, Rich, is that humans, it says they gain heroic inspiration after they finish a long rest. It's not if you don't have it, and I already had it. So I can give it to her after the
Hey.
long rest.
Welcome back. All right. Yeah, it's recording. It was just a box that. Oh my gosh, I got double things going on now. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it was just the box, part of the cobbled together ensemble that failed. So, luckily, not a recording thing. All right. So, you gain heroic inspiration at the end of a long rest.
Yes. And since everybody here already had it except for her,
Sure. I'll allow it. Yeah. Because there's nothing that says heroic inspiration goes away at a long rest, does it?
no.
Right. So, all right, cool. That's a nice little bonus to think of. I hadn't thought of it that way. It seems fair. All right. So, where are we? Insight check from the tree. That's where we were. The eyes kind of look at you confused, but doesn't seem convinced
Dang, I should have used.
with that 11.
Is it too late for me to use my
Oh,
inspiration?
Gilbert just rotated around
say
my
don't waste
screen
it.
twice.
I'd say don't
All right,
waste it.
sorry.
Because technically he's going to be stunned for a few more rounds.
What's that? So that was Lilith's turn.
That's me.
Sal? Yep.
I'm going to put away. So, aside from my sword, is it bright in here, dark, or
It's dimly lit from
Okay.
light filtering in
All
through
right.
the holes.
then
I do have my sword.
right. In that case, I'm going to put away my sword and shield, which does get rid of the light. And
Okay.
speak up to the tree and say, "Come down here and let's talk about who was in here before. We might be interested in finding them for you."
All right, roll me a. Go ahead and take advantage on your persuasion check.
Okay.
Given the charm condition, the attempt that's already happened,
Hey, that's a good thing.
the fact that he rolled a natural 3 on his insight check of you is really what. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for giving me that because I rolled a 1 and a 15.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's gonna be 28.
With an odd shuddering groan, you sense that the tree has assented to your request. And should he be able to get out of his stupor, would cooperate. And you see evidence of the same.
Okay.
All right.
If I see that, I'm gonna
You're gonna drop
it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Max, kill that spider.
No, please don't kill my friend.
Oh, Max, don't kill that spider.
Thank you. Luckily, there are a lot of them. They are friends, though, not enemies. But
Okay, they're friends.
oh no! I did that to myself.
I'm still going with what I was originally planning to do with it, which was I wanted to pick it up and throw it off the ledge.
All right, you. Hey, don't play with my friends that way. And you throw the spider off the ledge. It takes.
How heavy is the spider?
Does it get a seed?
It's large. It's a large creature.
Also, it's a
But it's
spider, so
Max.
it's not gonna weigh a lot. And
Yeah.
yes, it is Max. He has
I'm not
Delta
even going to
giant.
look up how heavy a large spider is. It's ridiculous.
There must be
see.
snow on the ground because he's writing a message in it. I'm assuming it's pee.
It's chalk. He always uses chalk.
Gilbert scouts ahead. I love it, Gilbert. We've got thieves' cant happening in D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just see it.
I'm sorry,
appear,
just one.
Like in the dirt.
The spider flies through the air. Give me a strength, an athletics check.
That's what I was going to use that for.
Okay.
So that was base 17 plus 12 for 29.
Lands against the far wall and then collapses to the ground, and took 26 points of damage, which is how many hit points it had, and expires there on the sand floor. Thieves can. Nice. We've created a monster. All right, so that one's dead. I'm not sure I want to be your friend if you play like that, sir. Now, as requested, I'm going to come down, and he, as a tree, it's very odd watching him. He just kind of tips over and grows down the side a little bit.
I know he's a giant stick. Leave him alone.
No, he's like the tree friends that we've met.
He is the same size as Little Oak.
You were
That
I wouldn't have.
you wouldn't have met, but Max
Nagram.
would have met. Yep. So he kind of comes down the wall in a very odd fashion, but makes it down to be able to talk to Sal. The rest of you have to go down to join him, so I'm guessing you do.
Yeah.
Is that right?
On.
That was fun because we were doing that at the same time. So let me get to that spot because we actually have dialogue here.
Oh, good thing we didn't kill him.
My
Actually-
name is Rosenthal. Rosentar.
Oh.
Um, I have lived here my entire life and been part of this tree. And the last group of folks that came in here stole the very lifeblood of this tree, and it has been dying and corrupting ever since with Lord Soft's influence. I fear my manners used to be better, but I have perhaps become somewhat corrupted myself.
And I pull like a steak out of my chest that he threw at me. Start picking my teeth
Apologies.
with it.
We're getting it.
Your friend was barking, and so was I.
He does it. At least he didn't pee on you.
Let's see.
Oh, this is tree friend.
There is a cruel dryad named Gazia
Cool dryad.
that dwells in the grotto beneath the tree, accessible via a hole under that boulder. And he kind of stretches a branch out towards the
Oh, yeah.
boulder where
We need to get
Gilbert has
Gilbert
written
out.
in the sand that he's gone. He bemoans the fact that he didn't notice the previous intruder, who was a small person in a dark blue cloak, until they'd already squeezed into the hole. And that wasn't Gilbert, that was somebody else. Different small person in a dark blue cloak, yes. Rosentar doesn't go near the hole, both because he wouldn't fit and because he's afraid of Gaziza. If you anybody wondering about the blue cloaked intruder?
Yeah, does that sound familiar?
Doesn't that? Well, it sounds a lot like Gilbert, actually.
I would assume it's him.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So, well, I assume that little blue cloaked gnat must be dead. They came in over 2 days ago, after all.
That's
Yeah. Gilbert's up here somewhere.
You saw, right?
Indeed.
Okay, that wouldn't have been Gilbert.
he was with the group or the other group.
Oh no, that was a group of soldiers. They just forced their way in here, and I didn't stand a chance and had to simply hide. So Gilbert's made it down to the grotto. You see a small figure rummaging through the dirt in this damp subterranean chamber. There are rinds of large rotten fruits that litter the floor, and a thick taproot hangs from the ceiling in one corner of the grotto. The creature, you guys looked at the books earlier, so Gilbert, you know that this is a kender that is wearing this blue cloak, rummaging on their hands and knees. They don't see you or hear you because you're Gilbert. And I'm going to say, does the rest of the party go down the hole to investigate?
Well, we saw the message in the sand, so obviously.
I'm looking for Gilbert in the spider cocoons.
Okay, so Max is the whole time now. Max is going to be distracted, looking in all of the spider cocoons that are the right size for Max, which is quite a few of them. So this is going to take a while. But you find insect carcasses. You do find. Roll me a d6.
A d6. 1.
Find one stick. One
Not what I'm looking for right now.
good stick. Yeah.
Set it down carefully.
Korean. What the people who came through and took the lifeblood of the tree? Did
Hold
you
on
see
just a
which
second.
way?
Sorry, Gilbert. I've got Xana talking, and then I'll come back to you. Okay. Okay. What was that, Xana?
Did you see which way they went?
Then down the hole.
They went down.
Do you know what's down?
I just got there before I could roust myself and get across. They were quick.
Wait, did the soldiers take it or did the one figure take it?
The soldiers took the artifact that made the tree powerful, I believe, but I'm not an expert in these things.
How long has the tree been like this? You said you've been here a long time.
But like this, merely the last couple weeks.
Do you, is it keeping you Is it keeping the tree alive at the moment?
Oh, nothing is keeping the tree alive. It is dying. It was keeping it alive.
Oh,
And we feel the rot seeping in from Lord Soth's domain.
You say rocks?
The rock.
R-O-T.
A rock.
Yep.
Like Johnson's?
No stones.
so how long has that been happening? Do I know anything about the rot in this Lord Soth's domain?
He doesn't really know much about geopolitics, so he doesn't have any answers for you.
Do I know anything from
reading the book that it's been going on for a number of years. There's been warfare, and Lord Soth has been increasing his domain over that time. And as an undead death knight leading an undead army, he is bringing corruption wherever he goes. So, some period of time ago, he took over this territory, and now, it's affecting this tree. So, you guys going down the hole?
I suppose so.
The plot train's down the hole.
Yeah, I will broom it down first.
Okay.
Check
Gilbert, well, clearly the soldiers left a rope here to climb up and down because we find.
You notice it's Gilbert's rope.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. At this point, you guys know how Gilbert operates. He's already down there waiting for you guys. So you go down in the broom. The rest of you climb down, no problem. Max is still distracted. Not a big deal. It's not a combat down there unless you want it to be. But one thing you do find is a Kender. Kender. And let me end this combat so I can add a token here. Confirm.
No, a German child.
no, little German boy, don't go into the weed cave.
That was so Gilbert, just for your edification, Lilith just made the joke, oh no, a German child. So he is small like you. He's about the same size. He does have pronounced bushy sideburns and maybe a slightly animalistic view. So this is in that. Oh, you already put your guys over there. Perfect. So he's rummaging around over in the corner. He hears you guys enter the room, turns around with a spear, and okay, so as any of you climb down the rope, you do have to drop 8 feet, no damage. But those flying obviously don't have to worry about that. So this small humanoid figure turns around with a spear, wide-eyed, looking at you all. You attempt to pick his pockets, but he is not carrying anything on him aside from a religious symbol that he wears around his neck that is attached to his cloak. So that keeps it on him, in fact. And the spear that he's holding.
As he's holding onto the spear and like looking at us, I'm going to laugh and tell him to put it away. You're going to hurt somebody with that.
Well, okay, give me an intimidation check.
I don't know if that would be very
Because he looks
intimidating.
like this.
It's a very tiny thing.
Let's see.
I think that's it.
That is a good tender. Yeah, there is. Yes, I'll say his name when you learn it.
I just realized I have Running Man from it.
17.
No underwear. Your hand stinks.
Context?
This is Gilbert trying to pick pockets and going deeper and finding more than he would bargain for. Also, hairy butt. Moving on.
17.
17. with 17. He drops his spear. Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Please.
The only person that you were going to hurt with that spear was yourself. What are you doing down here?
My name is Riffle. I am one of the where is it?
I'm gonna walk over. And
I am one of the Blue Fire Wardens. We protect nature in this place, and I came here to try to find a palon fruit. This is a palon tree, you know. I came here to find a palon fruit to attempt to distract the large beast that is keeping my fellows penned in at a temple nearby.
You're looking for fruit from a tree, and the bottom of it?
Well, I'm looking everywhere I can, and look, there's all these husks and pieces of it down here, and rotted ones. So I hope to find one intact, but I haven't found one yet. This tree is magical, you know, and usually it was reliable to always have fruit on it, but something apparently has happened to it since the last time I saw it.
Yeah. The thing that made it healthy was taken. I'm gonna pick up his spear and take a look at it. Just very generic, normal looking spear.
A totally generic, normal looking spear.
Okay. I'll just give it back to him.
Okay.
Well,
would you? I am. We oppose the Death Knight Lord Soth, and we attempted to besiege a group of his followers nearby at the Three Moons Vault, but the attack failed. And when we fell back to the temple, a horrible beast followed us.
Can you describe this beast?
It's really big and mean, and I'll describe it when we get to the next scene, and I have the description handy.
It's really big and mean.
Lots of teeth, lots of claws.
Well,
very big.
Look, Riffle.
But we do know. I mean, we're naturists, so we know that the palon fruit is something that it especially likes.
Right. Well, we're also looking for something around here.
Oh, indeed.
You seem like you know the area, so if we help you, you'll help us, right?
That sounds reasonable to me.
Okay.
In fact, yes. What are you looking for?
It's important. It's powerful.
Oh, an artifact?
You could say that, yeah.
We were in pursuit of an artifact that was stolen from this very tree when we attacked the Three Moons Vault. It's being held there. It's the one you're looking for.
And that's where your friends are.
No, they're in a different place. We tried to attack the Three Moons Vault, but failed.
Okay.
We were repelled by the forces of Lord Soth.
Okay, well, great. Then how about this? We help your friends, and then we assault that vault again.
I find this to be a fantastic idea. And the Borthok, I'm sure you're a formidable group. One way or the other, whether we find a fruit or not, we might be able to distract it long enough to get my friends out.
I assume you don't want us to kill.
As this conversation is happening, Gilbert is searching around the room. And as you're searching around the room, Gilbert, give me an investigation check or a perception check, your choice.
He's already written it down on.
Yeah. I assume that's.
I love it. It rolled badly with the 21. With the 21, it takes a few minutes. You're going around the outside of the room, very carefully checking it over, and eventually you get to a spot in the wall that blinks at you. A pair of eyes seem to be emerging from the giant taproot that is hanging down into one corner of this area. The little dotted circle is the taproot, and out of it steps out a dryad. What are you doing here?
Dryad.
Oh,
This is my tree, my charge
be funny.
that I have adopted to protect, but now it is dying, and with it I as well.
The Korean told us about you upstairs, uproot.
I am Gazia. I am a dead buck dryad now because of my circumstances. You need to state your business or leave this sanctum at once.
Well, we were here for our own purposes, but our little friend here was just looking for a fruit. Surely could help him, right?
There's one last Palon fruit, and only the one. And this tree shall never more produce another.
Well, we only need the one.
I would trade it, if you would, for a magic item. She produces a large, exotic-looking fruit that none of you have ever seen before.
Okay, I can do that.
The
When you say
spell scroll. Flame scribe.
The fruit vanishes from her hand. What?
Oh, here. Potion spell giant strength.
Oh. Well, this looks interesting. Is that a
And then it
toenail?
disappears too.
What's that?
And then it disappears too.
No.
Don't give
Gilbert
my
already said he was booking it after stealing the Palon fruit, so I'm not going to let him steal the next thing she's holding.
What'd you give him?
Potion of hill giant strength.
Oh,
I don't need it.
It's a pretty nice one, but okay.
It's 21.
Oh, it's 21. Okay.
Yeah, I'm 20.
All right.
so, you said that will never bear more fruit. Is that because
Oh, yeah.
the tree's dying?
So, yeah, everybody's got something stupid they can't use. So, in this case, it's Potion of Hill Giant Strength. So, what was that, Santa?
I'm asking, are you saying that we will never bear another fruit because it's dying?
Yes, indeed. I don't see how it can survive. The artifact is gone. We are in Lord Soth's domain, and he brings nothing but disease and death and corruption.
so I'm a farmer. Can we plant that seed?
It's a fruit. It has a seed inside of it.
No, yeah, but would it make another tree? Is that how these
Eventually, but
trees
it'd just
work?
be a normal Palon tree, not a magical one.
I mean, I sense.
Which? Sorry, just a sec. Gilbert, which item were you mentioning that everybody had that was absolutely useless?
We have a lot of this.
Technically, the battering ram.
The what?
There's like an
The battering
armband
ram.
off a golem creature he was mentioning, but of course you would have had to bring it along with you on this adventure. So, which maybe nobody did. So anyway, I think as you're satisfied with your choice, right? All right, we're good.
The only purpose that it would have had is to give it to somebody else. And
We're good.
do you want to have 21 strength for an hour? You care? Okay, there we go.
That's good.
All right, Xander, did you say something that I missed?
I mean,
Ooh, too many short creatures.
I was just saying,
Sexual.
Magrum is trying to be empathetic to the dryad about asking about planting the, because he can sense that she's
She
joined
is
with it.
resigned to her fate at this point,
Yeah.
and really doesn't see any way that
Okay.
things are going to turn around.
It's really good that Max didn't go down there.
Well, yeah,
Because she's made of sticks.
So the treant is, but
she looks more like Stick Lady, though. I mean, she's less stick than the tree ant.
all right. Well, I think we're all good here.
Now that you have the fruit, who I assume that you have it, please leave us in peace to rot and decay as we will.
As you wish. But before we leave,
But just given this interaction, she does bitterly recount the tale of Lord Soth's soldiers assaulting the tree. And given that you guys have already attempted to comfort her, she confesses that she hid while the soldiers were around the tree because she felt outclassed. And she's extremely guilty that she didn't defend her charge. So this rings in your mind as a secret that has been told to you by someone. and you see the eyes of Vecna or feel a cold breath on your neck or whatever the effect is when you hear a secret connected to the god of secrets.
What's the kinder's name? Riffle?
Riffle.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Riffle.
Before we leave, I'm gonna walk over, correct his stance. You know,
Oh, like that.
yes, and
Facing a pot. Really? Okay.
that's my rally.
Very good. Oh, a rally. Thank you. 15 hit points?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Since Megrim's rage would have ended, I don't correct her stance, but I'm giving the 15 back to her since 16 from him would have ended.
All right. As you're on your way to the next place, I'll say that
Yeah.
one happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all climb out of the hole, leave the Palon tree, and follow me, please.
Do that.
We must make haste.
Hey, look, you guys found Gilbert.
You still don't see Gilbert.
Pointing at the kid.
Oh, you're pointing at Riffle. Okay, got it.
I rolled an intelligence check for it.
It's still kind of everything around you fuzzily pulls at it, but not clearly. It's like the magic of the rod imbued itself in this tree as it grew.
I'm going to cast regenerate.
Regenerate
tree.
on the tree.
It might not help very much, but
Let's.
it might at least.
I like it
something.
thematically.
It grew back 30 body parts. I believe
30 body parts.
it's one every 2 minutes, and it lasts for an hour. Is how I believe. But I did look it up. I believe that's what it said.
I didn't realize it was that potent. I thought it was just one arm or something.
Yep.
Let's see. Lasts
1 hour.
duration 1 hour. For the duration, the target regains 1 hit point at the start of each of its turns, and any severed body parts regrow after 2 minutes. Wow. I like that a lot. Let's see. Let's do the math. So that
48 plus 600.
600 hit points.
615 plus 48.
This tree. So you guys, Riffle is trying to get you guys to go the whole time. I would say after 15 minutes, it's starting to look slightly healthier. Do you stay or do you go?
We wouldn't have to stay around for it. It just takes a minute to cast, and then it just stays.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing that says you have to stick around.
Yeah.
So yes, you. Yeah. Oh right. So yeah. So it's well north of 600 hit points. So yeah, this is going to be. I'm going to say as you guys travel away from the tree, the rot starts being dispelled. It starts growing again. It looks like it is healthier now. How long that will last, you don't know. But at least temporarily, the Palon tree and its residents have a reprieve as the corruption recedes somewhat from the tree.
How many fruit does it grow?
None. No fruits.
Now, while we're traveling,
Yeah, honestly, you probably could have done that and gotten the fruit too. I didn't think about that. That is awesome.
Max, I gotta ask, what makes you want to play with some friends and not others?
You guys are friends that need protection. They are friends that want play.
Okay. How about this? When people say that when we say that people are friends, or the other people say that they're our friends, they're friends that need protection. Okay, we'll tell you the friends that you play with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We'll tell you.
Awesome.
Assume that they need protection unless we tell you that they're friends that you want to play.
If you need to play, just tell me. We can play.
Awesome. We finally had the talk.
Some of them.
Or part of the talk.
And if you
At
paid
level
attention,
15.
and if you paid attention, there's still wording in there that can be manipulated.
I know. I know. All right, moving on. All right, so you got a secret. Come, friends, this way. There's a temple over here. That,
Gilbert, hold
my
up.
friends are holed up in. Why are you? Why are you calling me Gilbert, sir?
Don't worry about him, Riffle. Just ignore him.
Well, this way, this way. Oh, and by the way, Gilbert and Xana, you do notice that the symbol on the blue robes is that of Habakkuk, who is a god of nature here in Kryn.
You did say he was a warden of nature, so
Yep.
that tracks.
So, we need to get to the Bluegrass Fen as quickly as we can. This way. So, this fender leads you to an area.
Bittergrass Fen.
You guys are going to be approaching from the south. And as you approach this area, you can be loud or sneaky as you wish. As you come across it, there is a... Yeah, you're always sneaky, Gilbert. There is... it takes about an hour to travel here. You'd have to refresh it. I'd say you have to refresh it. Yeah. Or just be sneaky. Okay, you're just going to be sneaky? Okay. So at some point, you do notice, you guys, or Gilbert allows you guys to notice that he's visible again, and there's two small blue cloaked figures with the party. But then he F's off into the woods again.
Into the tall grass.
And vanishes. With stealth square of what, Gilbert?
It's at least in the 20s. Can't be low.
Or a stealth roll of what? Yeah, it's in the 20s somewhere. You crit? Okay.
34.
Poof! He vanishes behind a blade of grass. Just one.
This one.
Like a wipe.
He turns into the shadow of the kid.
Yeah, he's the shadow of the other one. Yeah.
He disappears behind that blade of grass right there.
All right, there you go. So, as you guys are approaching, there is this is a river off to the left. There is an earthen bank that is muddy. That's kind of what the area with the little water lines on it is, and it looks like it's sticky mud. So walking through it might be difficult. There is also an embankment that is kind of semicircular shape that is either dug or collapsed in the ground, which is represented by this wall here.
Okay.
And each of those things are standing pillars. And on top of each standing pillar, there is a 10-foot diameter rock sphere floating above each pillar. Gilbert said, "Oh no." All right. So, and then there is a large slathering beast, a monstrosity even, that is right by some doors in this embankment that look like, in fact, Griffle says, "Those are the doors to the temple that it's beating out right now." And this large beast is wailing away at these doors. This is a Borthok. Come on, give me a description of a Borthok, please. Let me pull out the whole card.
It's a monk now. He's doing flurry of blows.
It looks a lot like a huge monstrosity. It looks a lot like a very large wolf. They are irascible wolf-like behemoths that ravage northern wetlands and alpine fens on Kryn. Few mountain animals can challenge them physically. Powerful jaws, acidic spittle, and lightning-quick tail make the Borthak an apex predator in its home territory. And Riffle would have conveyed this to you as you guys were on the way. So, we could potentially distract it with the fruit and get my friends out. Or I don't know what your other plan might be.
No, Max.
Just charging in.
It's dog.
God. It's dog.
I think I would yell out at Max as he walks off.
We're gonna do Max. Stop.
Max. What? How are you approaching as you run away from the party towards this large dog?
Going to try and do the dog rating of sniffing its butt.
Okay, are you being quiet at all?
Nope.
I don't know what that was, but I asked.
That's fine. I think that was just signifying where the
It was the boat.
terrain was.
Oh,
Oh no, this.
oh,
That's where.
I
That's
don't know
typical
what that
terrain,
was.
right?
Oh, yeah, all of that is difficult terrain up
Okay,
and
yeah,
down.
I
Yeah.
thought so.
Sorry, what was that, Gilbert? You're seeing Max charge in? Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna like when Max gets within melee range of it, you're gonna shoot it?
Oh no, puppy.
Oh, you have advantage anyway. That's right, you do. All right, so as Max, as you're approaching, Gilbert's going to get a free round. Go ahead and make your shot, Gilbert. It's under your actions, and then you have to. I don't think it'll roll sneak attack for you automatically. I haven't done a rogue yet. Okay, that will hit. As a crossbow bolt appears out of nowhere and streaks into the dog-like creature as it notices Max approaching. I'm assuming we're going to end up in initiative, but you never know. In fact, everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
And we don't have players on here yet, do we? No. Okay. Yeah, D6 based. Okay. Or what? What's the right? Oh, so you're going to try to knock it unconscious? Yeah. And it's what a what check? A con save?
I really need to get some.
Okay. Does look like a very robust beast. That'd be under your features and traits, probably. Does 23 save? Okay. So it saves, and how much damage did it take? 15? Okay. The bolt doesn't seem to have damaged the Borthar especially much, but yeah, and by the way, guys, you can feel free to add tokens and stuff like that to help out. Our Magrum, are you the regular Magrum or two?
Two. I spread it.
Yeah, you were adding them all in the darkness. It was great.
I'm pulling this one.
I'm gonna take a quick bio break.
It goes in the middle of the screen when you hit the plus button.
I rolled a 15.
Who am I missing?
I got everyone.
You got everyone? Okay. All right, good. Let's get rid of the extra Magrum. And then, Gilbert, you can place yourself wherever you think you would be. Oh, you're already on there? Okay. I got an extra Gilbert too. So you're doing that number? Okay. You're up there? Sounds good. Okay. So, yes. They're floating 5 feet above the top of the pillar. The pillars are 20 feet tall. And add to the counter. All right, initiative, Gilbert. Jeez, Louise. All right. Lilith.
Magnum roll 15.
15 for Magnum. Okay, got it. Max.
16.
16. Sal.
19.
Okay, Lilith.
18. This was
Not 118, 18. There we go.
initiative.
Yes.
So Gilbert, you're up first. So what does Obscure do? Okay. Ooh. All right. So yeah, roll to hit.
Look at me out there in the initiative tracker.
What's that?
Thanks for noticing.
Initiative tracker.
15 just misses. So you guys see another arrow streak down from the bluff and just miss the Vortex. Okay. Sal.
So, who has the fruit?
Gilbert has the fruit.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up.
And funnily enough, Gilbert could hold the fruit and run, but the creature still wouldn't see the fruit because it'd be worn or equipped by an invisible person.
Right. I'm gonna run up to Max and say, Max, no, don't play with him. I'm
Try to persuade Max.
yeah. I can't really grapple him. I don't think that's gonna work.
What's your wisdom modifier?
It's +0. It's 10.
Use your strength modifier. So just roll a straight strength check.
$13.
Persuasion?
Oh. I'll get that in a second.
Yeah, I don't see where it went.
The dice hit the.
What do we got for numbers?
All right, I'm gonna have to thorough inspiration that 'cause that was not a good roll.
Okay.
That's 16.
16. Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see it at all when it fell.
Fine.
Okay. Anyway, so with the 16, you do manage to Max. He seems to be telling you the right thing, and that you shouldn't play with it for some reason. You're confused, but listening to your friend.
Don't play with it.
Okay. All right. So Sal, are you doing anything else on your turn? I'm not. That's a free interaction. I'm not going to make that an action.
Right.
I probably should, but
So
it was an influence action.
your call.
You know, given how powerful influencing Max to change his mind is, yeah, it used your action. So you have your bonus action and movement, and any remaining movement.
I'm just gonna stand there.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you.
All right. Next up is Lilith. So. By the way, Gilbert, while we're waiting on Lilith, where exactly do you have the fruit? Is it in just a pouch or bag of holding or what? Okay. Got it.
Wait, is where Pickle's friends.
They're all there. There's a doorway right. Scroll down a little bit. Yeah, right there. And so this creature was clawing at those doors and now has pivoted around and is facing the party.
95.
Okay.
I realized I can use the ruler too.
You can use what?
I can use the ruler too, and you guys can see it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Just going to run around. So it is turned around. So I'm going to try to whichever way it's turned towards, like if it turned this way, I'm gonna run around this way.
Okay.
And dash. Use my action to dash.
Okay.
So I can move 80
So you're running
4,
flat out.
5,
So you can't be
6,
stealthy while you're doing that.
7, 8. About there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that?
You just check. Okay.
So bonus action.
Yeah, I don't have Misty Step. There is that very
Misty Step is a bonus action, yes. You have to be able to see your target, however.
Yeah.
And the doors are closed.
Can I scratch that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to instead cast Dimension.
Okay.
I'm gonna
How many feet further than the door are you going to appear? And are you taking anybody with you?
where did Riffle go? Was he with us?
He's with you guys, yeah. I'd say he's right. He could be right next to you if you wanted him to be.
Okay. Gonna
No, Riffle.
yeah. I'm gonna say, guys, be right back. I'm gonna turn around. Wanna go say hi to your friends?
Oh, okay. I guess.
You know, again. Putting us like right on.
How thick do you assume the doors are? Yeah. Just give me a number. How far into the room are you going?
5 feet.
5 feet. Okay. There is a 10% chance somebody was standing there. Nobody was standing there. So you and Riffle appear directly inside the doors. You see a group of 7 people dressed identically to Riffle. These are the Blue Fire Wardens that you've found. Hello, hello, Riffle. Did I see you found help? I hope. I was just one of them said, "I see you found help." I hope.
Yeah. We're currently causing a distraction. So we should be able to leave momentarily, but we'll have to run.
Rally, fellows, rally! Get ready to run. Okay, that's your turn. Yeah, I didn't put Riffle in here. Let me put Riffle in. Oh, wow. He'll come later. He rolled a 5. All right. So with that, though, That's Lilith's turn. Max, your turn. What are you going to do after being fairly convincingly told not to play with the big dog?
I'm still going to go up to it.
You're still going to go up to it? Okay.
So I should be able to get there without any action.
Yeah.
And going with the original plan, which was to try and do the dog
Snip its
breeding.
butt?
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage. You're not raging, right?
Nope. I was told not to play.
Persuasion check with disadvantage. Or animal handling. Yes, animal handling check. And not disadvantage, just straight animal handle.
1.
1. Okay. This thing is not interested in letting you sniff its ass. And very, very put off by the concept that this small blonde human wants to get that close to his hindquarters, giving you quite a bit of side eye. Looks very offended by the entire concept. Okay. Maggie. Magram. Somebody renamed it
I'm waiting
Maggie?
for this message to appear.
Oh, you sent me a message?
No, I'm waiting for this. The message is appearing on the screen, standing on the door. Okay.
Oh, okay. The door is actually set into the cliff slightly, so you're actually standing on the cliff above the door, about 5 feet above the door. Okay. Okay. Oh, like spider climb on the cliff. Got it.
I also just want to point out that I left,
you are currently in melee with this thing, just so you know.
I left my book out where I dimension doored from, so I'm looking through the book to see when
Okay.
the creature leaves and when when the coast is clear to send everybody out.
Okay. No, that's a huge creature, Gilbert. You're within striking range. So just letting you know how close you're getting. You're that close.
I want to point something out real quick.
Actually, I'm not sure that that's true, but we'll talk about that another time. All right. Magram, what you doing? Oh, sorry.
So,
I wanted to just point out, I didn't have my weapon drawn.
Okay.
It looks like
Noted.
I'm 75 feet away
Okay,
from
that
it.
sounds about right.
So I'm going to use my full room speed movement 50.
Okay.
And when I get up to where I'm at, I'm going to reach into my bag and chuck a critter 20 feet out in front of me.
All right, what do you chuck?
We're going to find out. What are we thinking, guys? Oh, it's an 8.
Which is?
An 8. An 8.
8.
Yeah,
I heard
not
8.
An 8.
A giant ape, I assume?
Nope, just an 8.
Oh, just a regular ape. Okay. All right, so a basically a chimpanzee just almost splats into the thing and is right there.
Yeah.
Oh, poor little 19 hit point guy.
Not to be confused with the baboon, which I can also throw. So it is slightly different.
Yes.
And that's all I'm going to do for now.
All right, just a sec while I'm at it.
Oh,
Okay, Riffle, I know where he is. I don't
the ape
need it.
would act after you on your initiative. Do you command it to do anything?
I don't have to command it.
It just goes 8. So it would get to go right after your turn, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and what's the ape going to do? I'll let you control it.
The 8 was 2. It has multi attack. Nice.
Here, I got it.
So I was just reading through the rock attack. It's ranged, I guess.
Okay, yeah, it is.
So
Two fist attacks.
two fist attacks. Yeah.
Here, I'll roll it. I got it.
You're gonna roll it, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
An 8, miss.
+5, right?
Yeah, that was with a +5. It rolled a 3. And a 13, which is also a miss.
Yeah. It will.
What's that? It's 2 attacks, right? Not 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, okay.
So
Just trying to keep things moving.
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, we're getting bogged down.
Can it? I don't know what it. The bar.
It has movement.
Yeah. Well, to that point. What's the big dude's range of attack? I'm assuming 10 feet.
Well, you don't know yet. You haven't seen him attack.
Okay. Well, I would guess the baboon or the ape is gonna run toward that pillar left of him and try to climb the pillar.
Okay. Does the ape have a climb speed?
It has climb speed of
Okay.
something. 30.
Okay. So yeah, the ape gets to. I'll just give it it can get up to the top of the pillar, but it will take an opportunity attack from the Borthak when it gets up there.
Okay.
The Borthak is going to swipe out at it when it gets about 5 feet away, and wow,
AC
so much
12.
stuff. Is going to attempt to bite at it as it leaves. 22 to hit.
Oh, then it's yeah.
And just for grins, I'm going to roll damage. 10 points of damage.
Not dead.
Plus 10
Yeah.
points of acid damage.
You said acid?
Uh-huh.
10 and 10? Yeah, it dies.
There is a melting monkey on the top of one of the pillars.
Guys, watch out, it can melt stuff.
That was its attack of opportunity indeed, Gilbert.
Bummer, I don't even go get the menu.
Yep, it is now the Borthak's turn, which I need to pull up his stat block again because he is complicated. It's going to turn to. Sorry. It's going to turn to Max and not use noxious regurgitation to puke on you, Max. You must make a Constitution saving throw.
22.
What's that?
22.
On a DC of 21, you take 12 points of acid damage, and you're not poisoned until the beginning of its next turn. That was close. All right. That is its one attack that it gets. Oh no. I didn't realize it had that. Okay, we'll come to that in a minute.
That is not.
Layer attack.
Dun-dun-dun. Okay. Then it becomes Gilbert's turn, but at the beginning of Gilbert's turn, the Borthak is going to use one of its legendary actions. Oh, sorry. And at the end of the Borthak's turn, all the ground within 10 feet of the Borthak is now covered with ice and is difficult terrain.
Ice and acid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys would decide to go this way. It is going to. It missed with the acid on you. It didn't really hit you as much as it wanted to, Max. So it's going to now take the it's going to take the bite action against you, which takes 2 of its legendary actions. And that is, you did not use reckless or anything on it, so I don't have advantage on you. However, a 31 hits.
Yep.
Good grief. That is, oh, that's only a 19, so it's not a crit. And you take 16 points of piercing damage and 7 acid damage.
And you said 7?
Yes. 16 plus 7, so 23 total. Okay. And that's the end of his legendary action. Your turn, Gilbert. You are within swiping distance of this thing. The door itself appears to be a heavy-duty stone door that's probably barred from the inside. No, it's like a stone door inside a stone frame.
Is that the ice?
It's well built.
That's
That's why it's lasted as long as it has. And it has big gouges out of it where the Morthak's been attacking it.
10 feet. With
It actually has a pool of hit
range,
points,
so
and the Morthak does damage. So if you guys had been too slow, these
20.
guys would have been lunch. So, continuing on. What are you going to do, Gilbert? And I'm not going to make you use an action for that. You just could glance and see that much.
It'd be 20, wouldn't it?
he said 10 feet, so
Yeah, that square's 30.
it's 10 foot around the thing.
The cliff is about 50.
Things
Actually, we'll make it symmetrical, so it's about 20 feet high as well. We'll say it's the cliff. And the doors are about 10 feet high, so there's about 10 feet of cliff on top of them. Okay, so he hasn't noticed you were there, and he doesn't have an opportunity to attack it. Oh wait, that actually technically does because it was his turn. But he still doesn't notice you because you're you. There you go. There's ice around him, and then go ahead and roll to attack, please. Thank you. A regular crossbow's a D8? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. 26 definitely hits. 19 would have as well. You do anything special or just a ton of damage? So I took the 6. And then 40 more in sneak attack. Okay. There we go. Okay. Sounds good. Next up, we have Salvatore.
Okay. Well, now that we're fighting this thing, I suppose.
Thanks, Gilbert.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, you have total cover.
I was
Yep.
hoping we'd have a.
So that gives you the invisible condition in 2024 rules.
Rich?
Yep.
If I were to get to there, am I in melee range?
Yes, it is icy, and that does look slippery.
Yeah.
And I'll let you guys just know the rule off right off the bat, so that we don't have to keep it a mystery. The first time, if you start your turn on the ice or you step onto the ice, you must succeed in a DC 16 dexterity saving throw or go prone.
Well, I'm not casting that, so I'm gonna stand at the edge of it and throw some javelins into it.
Okay, that's fair.
First one 19.
19. 19 will hit.
Okay. What is that one? This. And I'm gonna menacing strike it.
Okay.
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. This thing looks mildly injured at this point.
And the wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save fails. So is it afraid of you now?
Yes.
Throw another spear
Yeah.
javelin at it. That misses.
Actually,
Brutal.
Misses.
Okay.
Brutal strike.
yeah.
So that brings us to Lilith.
Thundering.
Yes.
So what? At times hopeful, but at other times it.
Yep.
So
And by the way, these will take regular headphones if you have a preferred pair. Yeah. Phone. Got it.
so the big dog is still in front of the door.
Yes, right in front of the door, and there's an icy patch in front of the door now too.
Okay. So
Rod spell. Rod spell.
Oh, actually,
Okay.
no. We'll wait until the next turn. Okay.
is there a reason? Is there a reason we didn't want for
I mean, it's part of nature.
It's a pain in the butt.
It's a pain in the butt. We had a way around it and a plan. That one of the party members did not consent to, which means now all of us don't.
yeah. I'm guessing I get the feeling that Max is not gonna.
He was told not to play with it.
Okay. Like, is this where we're at? Gotta commit the attack now.
It's your call, Lilith. Whatever you want to do.
Well, the one person who has the fruit didn't use it anyway.
Yeah.
And
so-
nobody else here has told him to either. By the way.
I kind of figured that was the plan. I thought that was like implied from the beginning.
Who knows if he heard the he could have been there, he could have not been there.
Well, then he shouldn't have taken it. He wouldn't have known that it's important.
Oh, he was there when the plan was originally proposed.
Okay, so then he does know.
He
the
should
plan.
be following the plan and he's not.
Well, he's Gilbert.
Okay. I am going to move my book a little bit closer. I can't move very
Yeah, Max
far.
charged up.
Um,
But then he sniffed the thing's butt too. He didn't just.
am
So yeah.
I within 60 feet?
I mean, you're inside. Yes, you're within 60 feet.
Okay. So.
Yeah, there's a little tiny bit of ice peeking out from underneath the stone door. I'm gonna yell out the word. Max, can you hit him? Make him dizzy? Give me.
I would say animal handling or persuasion.
Well, I
Versus,
just want to know if she can physically yell through a stone door. Give me a Constitution check as you attempt to bellow as loudly as Lilith ever has bellowed. It's not. I swear, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's
19.
okay. Gilbert hears you clearly. What'd you roll?
19.
19. Max hears you as well. Yeah. The DC was only 12, but I mean, wizard trying to do something that requires physical strength a bit. So yeah. So not a Xana attack. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
I am going to my action.
Okay. What action are you holding?
Wait until after I'm looking over the book.
Okay.
After Max hits it, I'm going to cast Disintegrate.
Okay. You cast the spell Disintegrate, and using your concentration, hold the release of that spell. So the slot is burned.
Did I hear her yell that as well?
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Sure.
She means play with it, Max.
Okay. I'll allow it. So yeah, that spell slot is gone one way or the other. Wow. I knew what I was going to do already, so I can't change it. Okay. Anything else? That's it, right?
Yeah. As soon as Max hits it, which I'm hoping that Max can give it disadvantage on its next saving.
I see.
And that would be
Okay.
the trigger for me to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. This is going to get weird because at the beginning of Max's turn, it uses its final legendary action, which is move. The Borthak moves up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. It is afraid of you. It has an incredibly high strength. So it is going to jump up the cliff and get to about there. Yeah. So you want to scroll down that way so you can still see it. There you go. So that just happened. Now it's Max's turn.
Does the ice move with it?
No.
Okay.
Ice is left behind. Is the branches of the tree thing that you're always doing, is that...
I have to be raging.
You have to be raging.
Yeah, I just checked that.
That's what I was asking. Okay. You did see that it cleared, that it jumped up onto the top of the cliff through the book.
How high is the cliff?
20 feet.
Okay, so I should still be within 6.
You are within 60 feet. Is your book at ground level, though? I mean, would it be at ground level, or would you have had it flying higher in the air? Something just happened in the house campaign. All right.
Yeah.
Without metagaming, just answer. Yeah. At ground level? Okay, so yeah, currently the Borthak has cover from your spell. And I swear I had already decided to do this before you did your thing. Yep. Actually, I'll say it has 3/4 cover.
Okay.
Well, just the physics of it is what I was thinking, Gilbert. But yeah, I agree. But it's also very tall. Yeah. So, Max, what are you doing? Your turn.
Can I get them through another persuasion?
Roll a persuasion, Sal.
Well, first on your turn, you got
with advantage. Roll a persuasion.
You got a
Oh yeah, first make a dexterity saving throw, but roll your persuasion with advantage.
15.
With a 15, Max is prone. I did not expect Max to fall over, but he did.
DC 16 is high. I can do animal handling, right?
Max is 1 weakness ice.
It's if it's animal handling, it's 28.
We'll take animal handling.
Otherwise,
28.
it's 26.
Okay, 26 or 28. Either way, I think that's sufficient to persuade you.
Okay.
So now you want to play, and you've been given clearance to play,
Okay.
and you're on your ass.
So I'm going to activate Rage then
Okay.
with the base max tactics for the first part. Second part, I'm going to give myself a fly speed.
Okay.
So does that negate the
You still have. Technically, you still have to use half of your movement to stand up.
so
That's bullshit, but you do. Yeah, I'm going to stick to the rules.
so it'd be 20 to stand up,
Yep.
and I still get 40 movement speed.
Well, it's half. Oh, it's half your movement, not your bonus movement. Good call. Yes, I will allow that.
Because I get the bonus movement
Oh yeah,
for,
and if you have athlete, it's different.
for activating
Yeah.
Rage. I
Thanks,
get
Gilbert.
my movement speed.
Yep. So the bonus is outside of your movement speed. So I'd say so.
So
So yeah, you have 40 left, and you're flying. And I'd say you could get to the Morthak if you wanted to.
then yeah.
Are you really up on the edge? You are.
No, they're in. They're inside. So Max goes up where the Morthak is. All right. And play, Max. Play.
Okay. A bit meta, but I'm going to do the reckless brutal first.
Okay.
Since that's what she's wanting to wait for
Okay.
the trigger. Otherwise, I'm assuming she wants after my pulse attacks, but 30-20.
30-20. Are you going to make it a crit?
Yep.
All right. Do critical brutal. Wow.
Yeah, let's leave it with that. So, 1, 42.
Ooh. Disintegrates dex save, right?
46.
Okay.
56 damage.
56 damage. And does this cause it to have disadvantage on a saving throw?
Yes.
All right. Lilith, I'd say your disintegrate goes off now.
Yeah.
So what's the save? Dex?
Dex 43.
All right. So he has a +3 dex save normally, +5 because of the 3/4 cover, so a total of 8. And he has to make a 23, so that means he has to roll a 15.
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage, he has to roll a 15. All right, here we go. That is a 9 and a 12. Fail. Okay, Max, go ahead and make your second attack as well.
If it survives.
It will. Oh yeah, it's not even bloodied yet.
You said it was slightly bloodied.
Nope. It was minorly wounded, is what I
Oh.
told you guys before.
So that was going to be regular reckless.
You haven't done 100 yet. Yeah, you haven't done 100 yet total. Oh wait, I haven't done Max's. You have done over 100 with Max's last one. What was it? 56?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't. It's too much going on. Yeah.
And I'm going to draw my trident on that as well.
What's that?
I'm drawing the trident
The trident? Okay.
and one-handing.
73. Okay, it is now bloodied after the disintegrate spell hits it.
70?
26 plus 40.
40. Okay.
And Max, have you done more damage to it yet, or are you just doing it now?
That's another 20. A natural 20 this time.
Shit. 2 crits in one turn.
This one's with the trident, though.
Okay.
So it's going to be a lot less.
Is that push?
Topple.
Topple. Okay.
18 damage.
18,
Or no, 19.
19 damage. That's with the critical?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a +1 weapon.
And then
It's a DC 20 strength save. Or no, Constitution.
Okay, which it's good at con saves. So, not quite good enough. A 19, so it fails. It's now prone. All right. There is a big yelping noise as Max starts playing with this thing, and the sickly green ray emanates from your book and just evaporates a big chunk off of its shoulder. This thing is now looking bloody. All right.
I'm so
Me too. Yeah.
I was going to have it be, if he didn't persuade me correctly, I was going to be blocking it the rest of the way.
Oh, great. All right. So where's that leave us? Max, that's your turn. Magrum,
Okay.
we have fewer people. Combat's going to go faster.
So I'm going to move.
He naively said. Yeah.
Are you still?
Actually, we ended up with 6 people, so that's a pretty good table.
Did you
5.
get hit?
I can't
You didn't
count.
get hit.
Yeah, I've been hit. I'm down 20 hit points.
Yeah,
So-
he got puked on, remember?
Right. So I'm going to first fly my 50 feet, which I think gets me right behind Max. If my ruler thing is working correctly.
Okay, so you're just barely on the edge of the cliff?
Yeah, like barely.
All right, sounds good.
Where
Where do you want to move, Magrum?
And then I will raid. You get 11, 10. I'm within. I should be within.
Okay, thanks, Gilbert.
I should be within 20 feet to hit it.
Advantage.
Right. But I am
Gotcha.
going to reckless brutal. Right.
Okay.
You have attack. Right.
Yep.
I still get advantage.
Advantage, yeah.
No.
What?
Brutal removes all cases of advantage.
Oh, no. Of your advantage
Nope. Any source of advantage is removed from the attack.
from your attack. Oh, no. Yes, from your attack
Yeah,
as well.
okay.
Yes, because you're doing brutal. Yes. Sorry, I was thinking your brutal canceled it somehow, but it's his brutal that's canceling it. Yes, agreed.
Yeah, he was wanting to use brutal.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and it says 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Straight roll.
Do be aware that that forces reckless as well.
Say it again.
It forces reckless to do the brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. That's 12 plus 3, 15 points of damage.
Did you roll the d10?
Yeah, I did.
And then the +3 from rage.
Yep. All in there.
15 total.
15 total. But this will be.
Oh, yeah, it's also prone. What's
Sorry,
that?
prone.
It's already pro.
Yeah, it's already prone.
Okay, screw that then. But I do want it to be another. The Brutus strike will be.
You can push it. You can make it have
I'm trying
+5.
to choose between staggering or sundering. Who's after me?
Gilbert.
Its turn is next, actually.
Yeah.
I'll do a staggering blow. So next person, the target has disadvantage on the next saving throw, and it can't make opportunity attack.
Okay.
So doing that again. Second attack.
Is it staggered until your next turn or something like that? Or
First one.
what's that?
It's the first next.
No, but the opportunity attack thing.
It's until the next turn.
Until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to check that. Yep.
Second hit is 18 plus 8, 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Only 8 points of damage at a time.
Okay.
And I will do my butt strike this time.
Didn't you activate your rage?
I did. Never mind.
Yep, no butt strike.
Thank you. That's everything.
All right,
That should be up on my character.
very good. It's the Borthak's turn. So, it is going to. Let's see if it recharges. Well, that's cocked out everywhere. It does not recharge. Now, Sal, you're on the ground, right?
Yeah.
You're still barely within vision. Does he have disadvantage on attacks whenever you're in vision?
Not on my end. I have the flight instead of
What's that?
Zap.
Okay.
Yes, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight.
Within line of sight is the answer. Okay. So it was going to have disadvantage anyway, but it's got disadvantage for the fear reason. It's angry and lashing out, so it's going to lash out at you, Max, because you're right there within melee of it. Honestly, it hasn't even noticed Gilbert yet, even though he's in plain sight because so much is going on. So we are going to do
And did Gilbert
we're going to
hear,
make a bite and 2 stomp attacks. What's that?
did Gilbert hear the conditions it has for my attack? Just making sure he heard it. That it can't make opportunity attacks.
Oh, so Gilbert, the monster was staggered from Magnum Strike, so it can't make opportunity attacks, and its next attack is
And disadvantage on saving throws.
Oh, disadvantage on saving throws. Sorry, yes. Good call.
So technically, Gilbert could easier.
Yes, so yeah,
knock it out.
if you try to knock it out, that would potentially have disadvantage on that. Yep. All right, so bite with disadvantage.
Does it stand up from prone?
What's that?
It's still prone.
Oh, it stands up. Yeah, it stands up. Oh, the ice did not move with it. Ice stayed down there.
I didn't do that.
Somebody did.
I didn't believe it either.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. So missed badly on the first one. It's going to now try to stomp at you twice. It still has disadvantage.
It's flat.
Him. Is it
Flat,
view?
reckless.
Oh, reckless. Right. Okay. Got it. Thank you for being a fair-minded player. 25 to hit on the first stomp.
Yep.
Second stomp. 31 to hit. Good
Yep.
grief. Those are good rolls.
They're both moving against him.
11 bludgeoning each. So that's a total
Yes,
of 10 bludgeoning you take.
Okay.
And then at the end of its turn, it's going to, another circle of ice is going to grow on the ground. Underneath it. And the previous one's still there, by the way. All right, Gilbert just didn't, not quite in it. All right, so that's the Borthak's turn. Gilbert, go ahead, your turn. Okay. Yeah. No, it stood up. But Max is next to it, so you get advantage from that. Yes, you would have had disadvantage if it was prone, so that would have been bad for your sneak attack. Yep. No, if you have any source of disadvantage, you can't sneak attack. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forget about that one. That one is separate. You only rolled a 17. Good thing that its armor class is 16, so you hit. What's this? Are you doing knock it out? Or are you just going to damage the heck out of it? Okay. All right. Okay. So a grand total of 40 across both across your hit. Okay. Gilbert's running around on the side of the cliff, by the way.
Wall running.
What's that? Wall running.
Wall running.
Yeah. Spider climb. I love it. All right. So that brings us to Salvatore.
I don't think my javelins are going to reach it up there. So
It does have 3/4 cover from you, were you to try to attack it ranged from here anyway.
Oh,
yeah, I know. I was thinking of that, but it's got 3/4 cover. There's nowhere that I can move where it would have less cover, right?
What's that?
There's nowhere that I could move that would have less cover, right?
You could climb one of the pillars,
How tall are they?
20 feet.
I don't have a climb speed.
You don't have a climb speed, so it'd be difficult terrain rules. You have 40 feet of movement or 30?
I have 40, but
I'd rule that you could just get to the top of one of them. But I'll give you an extra 5 or whatever that is.
okay.
Okay, so now you're crouched down under a giant floating boulder that's just above you.
Yeah, I had to drop my sword and my shield for that, and I guess I'll shoot at it. My bow.
With your bow? Okay. It is not a dragon, but it's still a longbow.
Oh wait, longbow is dexterity, so that's only going to be +5 to hit. So that misses.
What was
well,
that?
that
5 and 7, so 12.
Okay. Yep, that does hit. That does miss. 12 misses.
That hits.
Okay.
So longbow is D8. Right. I don't add strength to the damage, do I? I feel like I do.
No. It's dex based.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that.
Real world longbow.
Yeah.
Very strength oriented, but not in D&D.
8 points of damage.
8 total? Okay, got it.
Oh, no, that's right. It's a +1, so 9.
9.
It is a +1 weapon. And last attack is going to hit.
did you want to use Gilbert Spike instead?
I'm going to.
You do have Gilbert Strike available. If you want it.
I already used the attack. And I'm going to do my menacing strike just because it's extra damage.
Okay.
That's
fine.
13.
13 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
All right. At the beginning of Lilith's turn, it is going to run 30 feet away. One more. There we go. Okay.
Is it its turn?
No.
Legendary action.
Legendary action.
Um,
And by the way, it was already afraid of Salvatore. It is now running away from a bunch of people who are killing it.
I was gonna say
It's fleeing.
the thundering spike was that used up for the fear.
Oh no!
Did you roll a saving throw?
Oh no! I didn't roll for the. So the menacing strike only lasts for the one turn, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So it didn't need a save.
And move on its ice without.
He
Oh,
rolled-
well, what's do you have the weapon mastery for the longbow or not?
I mean, I'm proficient with it. Do I have the?
The actual mastery for it.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's slow, right?
Yeah.
So it actually only moved 15 feet. Okay. There's too many effects stacking now for marshals. Okay, it is Lilith's turn.
That's why I was checking if it still had the Sundering applied to
Yeah,
it.
no, nothing has used the save yet.
Because he used Menacing Strike, I saw it.
Oh, again on this one? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I just wanted the extra damage, but yes, technically it does have to do it.
Okay, so
DC 13 because of dexterity.
which is a good thing that you had the disadvantage because it was a 20 and an 8, and it failed. All right, so it's afraid of you again.
So,
But it does look like it's turning tail to run.
so it looks like it's going away.
Yeah. I would say it's easy enough to tell that through the book.
All right, I'm going to get my attention back to the physical I'm in. I'm going to say, okay, it's gone now. There is a bunch of ice. So I'm going to. Is the door like?
They help you open the door. It's no problem. Yep. And they start filtering out very carefully and slowly so that they can make it over the ice without tripping,
Because
like holding on to each other.
if it would help, I was thinking of just like like kind of crouching and then firing fire bolts to try to.
Give me an attack roll on the ice with the firebolt. Yeah, you would like it, Gilbert. She crouched down so she could make a line with firebolt. So, really overusing the
30.
cantrip. With a 30, I'm going to allow it. There is a path through the ice that people are able to traverse. And of the 7 in the room, 3 get out this turn. Okay.
I'm gonna hang back.
You're going to hang back? Okay.
I am gonna have my boat move closer.
On the beginning of...
Yeah.
how long does the slow last? Until the beginning of your next turn?
I don't normally use it. So. Until the start of my next turn.
Start of Salvatore's next turn.
Yes.
Because he did the effect. But it runs another 15 feet away with another legendary action this time. And Max, it's your turn.
Okay.
Make me a dexterity
flying.
saving throw. Oh, you're flying. Okay. No dex save.
Yep. So I'm going to go on to the other side of it, as I should be able to get there with 40 feet.
Rude. Okay.
I'm trying to check something real quick. I'll do the first one. As I'm flying up to it, I'm going to throw the trident at it.
Okay.
So that one's going to be with
So thrown trident attack.
regular reckless.
Okay.
Uh, 15 plus 13, I assume hits
Yes. Easily.
for 15 damage, and that's the topple.
Does it save on the topple, right?
The 20 DC.
20 DC.
That's good.
And it's not got disadvantage anymore. It just makes it with a 20. I rolled a 9 and it has a plus 11, so it stays standing. And how much damage was it again? I'm sorry.
15. And since I no longer have the trident in my offhand,
Right.
I'm going to two-hand the flame tongue and
Okay.
brutal attack it.
Okay.
Does 14 hit?
14 misses.
And I'm going to heroic inspiration that.
Okay. Use
19.
heroic inspiration. 19 hits.
And the brutal I was going to be using was hamstring.
Okay, what does that do?
Hamstring, your target speed is reduced by 15 feet until the start of your next turn.
Jeez, so effectively it has a speed of 0 now. Okay.
It has a speed of 5 because slow only reduces it by 10.
Oh, slowly reduces by 10? Then I'm going to move it 10 feet further, but yeah, okay.
I'm still able to get
Oh,
right
yeah,
up to
you were
it.
able to get there.
Right.
Or at least alongside it.
That one is definitely top. Okay, that is 30, 31 damage.
This thing is extremely hurt. Looking at you with wide eyes, wild with fear and wanting to get away from you, but you just won't let it be. All right. The next turn, it's going to do its best to run away,
5
moving
feet.
5 feet. Oh, at the beginning of Magrim's turn. And that's all of its legendary actions. Magrim.
I'm flying my 50 feet, which I think will get me right next to it.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Perfect. And we're gonna reckless brutal this one. 18 plus 8, 26 to hit.
26 to hit. That hits.
I don't think you could get on the other side of it and push it.
I was thinking about that, but I can't hit that far. Literally, I'm at my max, I think, movement. I'm gonna use my savage attack.
Oh, and we're off this. Can we get the battle back on the screen, please? What's that?
Roll that damage.
You're going to what?
I'm
He's
using
rerolling.
Attacker reroll.
Okay.
There we go. 12 plus 6 plus 3, so that's 21 points of damage.
Okay.
Topple.
What thundering were you using?
I was going to use the +5 to attack.
Okay.
It's what's the DC on your topple?
It's on 16.
It stays up with a natural 18.
Fast.
It's very wounded, but it's up.
Second attack.
Just hits.
And you topple it again.
You're right.
Okay.
All right.
16.
8 points of damage.
Stays up.
Stays up again.
Let's strike it. Topple it again.
Plus strike.
What's that?
Plus strike.
Do it.
Advantage.
I only get 19 plus,
Hits.
and it's 4.
Anyone fish?
I do want to.
I've never felt sorry for a monster like
my
this
inspiration
before.
fish with shrimp.
Oh, you don't need to. You have advantage already.
Oh,
I mean, you could use your inspiration and roll another one.
let's do it.
Hey, go for it.
I haven't used inspiration in 3 sessions. I might as well.
If you want.
That's fine.
Okay, roll again. All right. How much damage?
7.
The save
Just
for
little-
topple.
You're just like you slice off the tip of an ear. You bump it under the jaw, and you like amputate part of its tail. I mean, it's just embarrassingly small wounds, but lots of them.
And I will just warn you, when it starts its turn, I'm going to try to branches of the tree on it. So
Okay.
Did you roll the save for the last topple?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Oh wait, with the butt strike?
Yeah.
Oh, it is the same weapon, isn't it? Natural 20. All right. At the beginning of its turn, Magrum, what are you doing?
branches of the tree.
So another
And what's that? And what happened?
another saving throw.
Yeah.
I believe it's strength based.
Strength this time? Okay, it's better at that.
Remember this.
Sounds about right.
So, just so you know, it has to roll a 4 or higher.
I think it's strength 16.
Yeah. 5.
All right.
It still only has 5 feet of movement.
It still only has 5
It was
feet
going
of
to be
movement.
0.
Oh,
Well, if
dear.
it gets toppled, then it already has 0.
All right. So it's the Borthak's turn. Oh, this poor beast.
So puppy.
They throw
as it
Yes.
throws up on you,
oh, the ass.
it got its acid noxious regurgitation back.
Now that's a saving throw, not an attack, right?
Parts of a half dissolved deer hit you in the face, and you take 24 points of acid damage.
Doesn't he get a save?
Oh, yeah, you get a save. Sorry. Make a constitution save.
This is a poison, right?
Yep. Well, Max made it last time. This time it was Magram, but yeah.
It is a poison effect.
No, it's acid.
You-
There is a poison thing, but it's separate.
Okay.
The damage is acid. So did you save?
18 plus. What'd you say was again? I'm sorry.
The DC.
So 18 plus what?
Yeah, I know. What's the check? I'm sorry.
Constitution. I'm sorry.
First page.
It does have poison
26.
involved, but the you're protecting against the acid as well. So
26.
26. Okay, yeah, you save. So you take 12 points of acid damage, and you do not have the poison condition, which I don't know if you can anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, I had advantage against.
yeah.
Poison
But it's also with acid, so
Yeah.
I wasn't going to give you the
Gotcha,
advantage on
You
that
said
part.
16.
I might have done something weird if you'd failed on it to
Oh.
give you another roll, but only against the poison part.
I forgot to give you your tip HP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 10.
10.
All right. Unfortunately, that's all it has in its tank. It is going to move its 5 feet. It can. There we go. Gilbert, your turn. How does Gilbert react to seeing this creature that's trying to
Limping
run
away.
away being taken to pieces?
From the stack.
Literally gonna have to write up a card.
Okay, so removing it's a public service. Got it. Yep. Okay. All right. Blink it.
I think this is the
And can you do less than 12 damage? You hit. Oh, you hit with 17 anyway. But yeah, go ahead and you can fish for a crit if you like, but it's not going to survive no matter what happens here.
You wanted to get in this.
Yeah, it's dead. It only had 12 hit points left. All right. You guys have slain a very, very big dog.
I think this is the most amount of time through the initiative that we've gone.
It might be the most rounds we've ever gone. Yes, I agree. Still took a long time. I did buff its hit points to stand up to you guys, but even then, that was. I feel sorry for the Borthak. Anyway, with that, you guys are able to help the Blue Fire Wardens escape.
Fly over, pick up Sal and bring him down.
What's that?
I'm gonna fly over and pick up Sal and bring him down.
Down on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, my sword and
I
shield.
feel like you would have cut off its head like words. Like
And actually, the just above the table, the rocks. Nobody in either party did anything with the rocks. If
I
you
was thinking
if you pushed them, there was a DC that you had to meet, but it would move and lose its anti-gravity as it moved. So basically, you'd be hurling a 10-foot boulder at whatever was in the path of that.
before he ran away,
It-
I was
it
thinking
was-
about using my branches to drop
Yeah.
him right in front of the door, but then I didn't want to block her in, you know. And then do the ball thing.
No,
Those are cool.
yeah, I didn't think Gilbert was going to do it. That's for sure.
The hamstring plus
Okay,
slow
so just
is
to denouement this session, You guys, they talk about the blue fire attack with you. They tell you that, let's see, this is the leader of this group of wardens name, Argentia Skywright, who expands on the attack about the Three Moons Vault. The person who let's see, who runs the Three Moons Vault is called Terramini Night Siege, or Night Sedge, Teremini, Terramini. She sees the rod fragment with her soldiers from the Palon tree. The Blue Fire Wardens, shortly after their assaulted the Three Moons Vault, but they refer to this as the Night of Blue Fire. Terramini, however, apparently is a renegade from the Mages of High Sorcery Order of the Red Robes. She foresaw the attack and used powerful lunar magic to create a shroud of transformative red moonlight around the vault. This is when she reveals to you that the Blue Fire Wardens are all lycanthropes. And when they encountered this light, they were forced to transform into their most bestial form and lost control. No, it isn't a secret, actually. And lost control of themselves, which made it easier for her to capture their leader, who has been imprisoned now in the vault. There's also, Terramini is continuing a ritual that she learned from a lunar dragon named Oryx. Orinx, Orinix. That is going to attempt to make this moonlight permanent. And she is currently performing this lengthy, taxing ritual that requires a month of time to execute. While she focuses on the ritual, powerful magical barriers surround her and the ritual components, which include the fifth rod piece. Argentia insists there must be a way to disrupt the Terramini's ritual so the characters can seize the rod piece. She encourages the characters to find and rescue Valendar, the warden's imprisoned leader, who may know how to stop her. She does give you guys a scroll of Moonbeam, and explains that if Valendar is stuck in his wolf or hybrid form, they must bring him close to death before he'll return to his true form, which is human. Riffle will then agrees to take you all to the Three Moons Vault secret entrance. Before the party leaves, Argentia casts a quick rite over Riffle, so for the next 12 hours, Riffle and anybody within 10 feet of him are immune to the forced transmutation effect when passing through the curtain of red moonlight. We'll talk more next week about the Three Moons Vault and what you see as you approach it, as well as a little bit more information that you guys will have gleaned with your really good investigation checks earlier. So we'll leave it there for tonight. Thanks a lot for attending. Fontel, thank you so much for attending from New Zealand, and everybody putting up with this odd scenario. Thank you everyone online who watches. We really appreciate it. Do the like, subscribe thing. Leave us comments. Let us know what you think of our playing, what you think of my DMing. Criticize, I don't care. Just make it honest and heartfelt, and I'll take it how it's intended. So everybody have yourselves a wonderful night, and I'll see you all again next week.